So 1 second before I answer your question, John Bennett, because you actually made the show for once. Welcome back to Marantz. Rants, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. We are currently live right now on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're live on every platform that I use, and you guys can go ahead and reach me direct. You can type in the message in the chat, or you can talk to me on Twitter. I'll pull you up. I'm not afraid of any naysayers here. What I do want to do is I want to give everyone the opportunity to ask the questions, and then I can explain to you what the hell is happening. John, if you want to go ahead and, Trey is here. My guy. Let's do it. That's not the real Trey. But go ahead.
I just want to say, I think Adam Allen's the GOAT. I think he's the greatest.
I love you guys with the fake Trey accounts. This is awesome.
I think we've got the shorts on the back foot now, and I think it's time we're going to see a big run in the stock going up. I think we're going to see some big numbers next week.
Hey, guess what, John? I'm not gonna deny you that. I think you are gonna run this whole week coming up. I think it's gonna run up really high, and then additionally, I think it's gonna get cut in half. And when it gets cut in half, it's not that it's gonna sell off initially either. Remember that no one can sell ape because they don't own it. Retail owns it, so if retail wants to sell it, they can. And if they want to make a profit there, if anyone wants to jump in and get the ups and downs of it, they can. Even the options of it. But what you won't do, okay? What you won't do is raise capital or any equity for AMC themselves. AMC has to have ape to sell. They don't have any. So how are they going to get some? Anybody have any idea? Because I have the perfect idea. They're going to generate some. As it goes, go ahead.
They're going to issue more. Obviously, they're going to dilute the ape.
Yeah, without a doubt.
To pay the debts off of the company, which is only a good thing.
That is a great thing. Great thing for Adam Aaron and the insiders who currently hold 0 shares. It's a great thing, but it's not a great thing for investor value. So if you're willing to pump up ape to pay off the debt, right? So I want to reflect on this. How many of you here, and just ballparking it, ask yourself this while you look in the mirror, how many people think the debt from AMC is from the pandemic? I'm asking. Do you have any idea how much debt AMC had in 2019? What they owe? Like, I'm serious right now because I have the earnings report. It's up on the screen right now. So this is the earnings report, and it's on YouTube if you ever want to track it right now, John. You're going to need this. In 2018, they owed $4.7 billion already in corporate borrowings. $4.7 billion. They're currently sitting at $5.1 billion. So after all the dilution of this stock, after all of the pumping of any liquidity out of it, they have increased their debt $400 million. That means it's status quo. From the last 3 years, they have not made $1. They can't make $1. In fact, they can't even pay off their debt. So the ape equity in front of you.
That's fine.
How is that? Hold on. Trey, don't do that. Don't do that, Trey. I'm trying to give you a platform to speak on. And I told you it's up on YouTube right now. Okay? It's actually a page right now. And it's showing you the fundamentals, what's documented. $4.7 billion in debt in 2018 and 2019. These are the biggest years.
Statement that they can't pay off their debt.
Oh, here you go with the voice. Dude, you're hiding behind a fake picture, a fake account, and now you're using a fake voice. What's the point? I'm giving you all the opportunity.
Why isn't Ryan
This is,
Cohen
hold on,
made any public
young man.
statements
Trey, this
on
is about
GME?
AMC. This is not about GME.
I have a question. Why is the GME elitist talking about AMC? Why is he spreading?
You think I'm an AMC elitist?
You're a GME elitist.
Oh, no, I'm an AMC elitist. I give out the truth and the facts about AMC. Did you not know that?
Are you an AMC Stubbs member?
Stubbs member? No, I don't support the company that way.
When's the last time you watched a movie at an AMC?
Never. I only go to Cinemark.
Okay, so you're an AMC elitist?
No, I have all the info you need. Yes, I thank you for that.
Yeah, but Rance, what about when the stock ran up? And all
Hey, Trey, do me a favor, Trey. Get your real account, your real picture, your real voice. Do that part for me, and then I'll let you come back up, okay? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Hey, John, I'll keep talking to you, John. Go ahead.
What about the time when the stock ran up to $72 and a lot of the debt?
Yeah, John, I ask you, and I'm going to ask you something. So when the stock ran up to $72, right? No, watch this. When it ran up to $72, why did it stop running? There was no buy button taken away. Nothing was taken from it. I'm asking you, why did it stop running? Who stopped it? And it's really simple.
You tell me.
No, my point is, it's real simple for you. That was my whole point, that there's no point in investing in it. I see Steve asking to come on up. Hey, Steve, how you doing, sir? I'm going to try to get you right now. I don't know how this all works. I'm doing the best I can. But here you go, Steve. How you doing, Steve? Welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation. You know the deal. What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, sir.
I'm glad you brought me up here. I got one crazy question. Nothing disrespectful to you at all.
No, I don't take it that way. You know that.
All right, because I'm really, not only am I curious, but I'm really, I don't know. Maybe I'm high as a kite today, doing nothing, no drugs except for vape and nicotine. But it says AMC Safe Space.
Yeah.
But you're not a shareholder of AMC. So how can you say you have all the answers when you're not even a shareholder?
Have you? I'm just going to ask you. Do you know people that are experts on sports, but yet they never played the sport?
You want to know how do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry.
Morantz.
Morantz. Okay. All right. You want to know? You want to know the truth? How I do this?
Tell me.
Is how I've been brought up, how I've been raised in life, by mom and dad, and how going through the years or whatever. So I feel like I'm probably a little bit older than you guys in here, but I'm just going to share something with you. I've been in a play for 18 months.
Yep.
AMC and GameStop. Okay. I was there when it ran up to $73, and I helped because I knew the company was worth a lot more than $73 a share. But the one thing that I learned in life, in my mid-50s, the one thing I learned in life, the most powerful thing, actually my father gave me, he says, Stephen, when it comes down to, first of all, there's no free lunch at all in life. There is no free lunch. But he says, the one thing I'm going to give you, and he gave me the truth, when it comes down to money, you trust no one. Not even your family, no one, when it comes down to money. And you want to know something? Since he's gone 3-4 years now, but he spoke the truth, because when it comes down to money, no one can claim an expert in anything.
Mm-hmm.
In anything.
No?
Okay? Unless they create it themselves.
Oh.
And the way I also look at it, no one can really claim an expert if, a lot of people are called experts even on the mainstream media. And I ask myself, well, what makes you an expert?
There's things called subject matter experts. That's what they are. So you don't have to create something to be an expert on it. That's unfortunate that you feel that way. Secondly, the fact that you don't trust anyone, well, that's a trust issue you have. And I'd have you take that up with Drake. He has a great rap album called Trust Issues. But lastly, just to not shit on you, I trust my wife. I trust my wife with my life. And I do that wholeheartedly. So if you and your father have marital issues or parent issues, that's on you. Oh, no, I'm talking about money too. I trust my wife with my money, without a doubt. But it's okay. Let's go ahead and draw that back for a second. I'm going to take you real, though, for a second. Okay, Steve? Because remember, you follow me on Twitter. If the fact you don't even know how to say my name, that's half the problem. But when it comes to this investment, okay? And if you don't think people can give you any information, then what the fuck are you doing here? Like, why are you not reading it? Listen to me clearly.
I'm learning a lot.
You are going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. And here's what you're going to learn. The same thing that John has learned for the last 18 months. I'm not coming off of this. This is a poorly run company. I love the movies. Dude, the one thing I want to do in life, I want to get my kids together and I want to go down to a movie theater and watch a movie. But I will do it at Regal and I will do it at Cinemark. I will not do it at AMC because it's a poorly run company. And I don't like the CEO. Why don't I like him? Because he's lying to investors wholeheartedly. Now, he's not lying. Today, he's not lying. He just did 20 tweets in the last 72 hours, and he's not lying one bit. He's telling you he's going to dilute, he's going to raise capital, and he's going to pay off this debt. Now, this is not some genius move, okay?
Right.
The genius move happens after he's run out of every option. That's the genius move. The point is that 7 years into this, he's managed to run this company $5 billion in debt. And this is not a lie. This is what he did. It's not because of the actions of COVID. No. COVID got him to go from 100 million shares to 500 million shares. Yes. But who did he sell them to and why did he do it? All of these things are correlated. Selling it to Mudrick, Silver Lake, Wanda, you name it. Then in turn, inverse. bailing out Mudrick with the HYMC investment. There's so many things that are written in stone over time. It's a matter of trust. You say, can I trust this guy? You can't trust him. There's a track record. Say
Right.
Technologies. Popcorn's coming. This is the butter for your popcorn. And I don't mean to make a joke out of everything because these are people. I'm dead serious right now.
I like the way you just put that, though.
This is what it is. It's Morant's rants. I
love
rant.
the way you just put that.
Right.
That was funny.
But it's not that. I don't want it to be funny, man. I want you guys to
No.
understand that you're about to lose equity in your investment. So as an investor,
Yeah, but they're going to cover so much over the next week or two.
hey, John Bennett, are you going to sell in the next week or two?
If it hits $1,000, I might be tempted.
$1,000? How could it ever get there? Hold on,
Well, what
John.
happened?
John.
Who stopped it going?
Yeah.
Who stopped it going higher than 73? Though
You did.
I want to ask you that.
You did, Steve. You did by not
right.
selling. Let me explain it to you, okay?
Okay.
A stock price can't go up if there's nobody that's willing to buy it at a higher rate. But beyond that, you said something. You think it's worth more than $70 a share, which is wild. That's a $35 billion market cap on a company that owes $5 billion that only makes 1.4 a quarter. Like it's not worth that. And then the fact that the patrons, right, the people who actually walk across the turnstiles, and there's 40 to 50 million people right now a quarter that are watching the movies. There was 70 to 90. In 2018 and 2019, it was 94 million people a quarter. They're doing half of that. And no one's talking about it because they're comparing it to the numbers of last year and the year previous. Don't do that. There's more of a track record here for this company from 2015 all the way through to now. And in 2015, they made $9 million a movie theater. You know what they make right now a movie theater? $2 million. It is simple math. Simple math, and it sucks because people can't do it.
What is the purpose of the space, though? I'm not.
Oh, well, I haven't even got there yet, Steve. We just started.
Oh, okay.
I mean, shit, dude. Can we date a little? Can we get a drink in? God, I got a whole YouTube channel going, and I'm about to play a video, and then it's going to make a lot more sense. But you want answers on the first. You might want to sleep with me the first time you meet me. I mean, that's just it. But I appreciate it.
Let me
bro.
ask you, where are you on YouTube? Where can I look you up?
My name is Morant's Rants. There's plenty
same
of people,
name? Okay.
and it's live right now. So it's
The
going to
same
be fun.
name, okay.
We're going to go over the Trey video where he's full of shit. We're going to go over an AMC Adam Aaron's video that he just did 2 days ago with Jim Cramer. We'll go over whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. But look, I'm objective, and I'll bring you up every time.
I think AMC is a better company than GME because GME is just,
Oh, John, stick to the subject, John. John, stick to the subject. We're not talking GameStop. What are we talking GameStop for? Oh, God, don't ever talk about GameStop. Not with me.
AMC is a profitable company now. They said
What profit?
They said that they're selling the popcorn in the supermarkets.
Hold on, John. Hey, John, don't talk about supermarkets because who's the distributor of the popcorn? I'm asking, like, no. No, don't just say something. I'm asking you, where are they producing this? What plant? What's the packaging firm? What's the logistics? What's the in-source logistics? How are they shipping it? Where are they driving it around in trucks? How are they getting it to grocery stores? Who's paying for the shelf space? Who's paying for the end cap? Who's paying for advertising of it? I need to know. Don't just say stuff if it's not happening, because it's not happening. That's one.
It is happening. Everybody knows it's happening. It's been announced.
John, Adam Aaron announced. Hey, John, you're not listening. You're not listening. Adam Aaron announced that there were going to be 15 popcorn stands, okay? 15 popcorn stands in America by the end of 2022, going into 2023. We have about 6 months left. No, I don't even know how many months. We're in August. I apologize. 4 months left. This shit better get popping. Literally. And I want to see him hire for it.
Let's give him the time scale to do this, what he said.
He gave the time scale, not me. John, he gave the time scale, not me.
The time scale's not finished yet, is it? Before
4 months.
People are calling him out on stuff.
4 months. Were you going to make back $5 billion on 15 Girl Scout cookie tables? I'm trying to figure this out, bro, because it's not going to happen. Hey, I love you, John. John, is this your 15 minutes of fame? Chill for a second, John. We're going to let Steve talk. Hey, Steve, thank you for raising your hand, Steve. I appreciate it.
No problem. Why, oh, yeah. Just a quick question for you. I mean, even though it might be personal. politically, who do you support, Biden or Trump? Just a quick question.
Well, that's not a real question because they're not in office at the same time. You know, I support my president no matter where it stands. I'm a United States Army veteran. I support my country.
Biden can't even wipe his own ass. Come on, let's have it right.
No, let's have it right. Hey, John, settle your ass down, okay? Because the presidency isn't one person. It's more than a person. And it's just a different way of thinking. Did I vote for Biden? No. No, I didn't vote for Biden.
We've got to bring back Trump for the sake of the world. You know?
Hey, if you want to save America or you want to save AMC, I mean, I'm trying to do it all in one phone call, really?
Yeah, I can't even hear you.
Thank you. I know. Hey, John, I really appreciate your time, John. You're always welcome to come back up whenever you want to get a little bit more etiquette.
He cut me off.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm cutting you off. They go, God. Yeah, I've been hanging out with John for a long time, a year and a half, and he's been a naysayer of mine for a while. Politically, I don't know how that matters, but I wholeheartedly I have a red hat that says "Make America Great Again." So,
okay,
there you go.
All right, I was just curious. That's all.
I've never shied away from that. But that doesn't matter about investing at all. Sergio, how you doing, Sergio? What's going on, brother? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. You know I love you.
Hey, Marantz, what's up, man?
I'm kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah. Hey, man. I just don't understand why. I know a lot of people have the money invested in AMC, and it's got to get to a point where people got to start realizing what their company's doing. When you start having a CEO talking about that they're delivering popcorn to people, and they said that that's a good business model, I mean, I just don't see where that is going to help the company come out of it.
I mean, I'm at this point, Sergio, I'm willing to have him try anything. You know, I need him to try anything just to be positive and do all that. But, you know, I'll give it to you like this. Like, if you're telling me delivering popcorn is giving me the idea of not going to the movies, like you just de-incentivize the ability to go to the movies. Like, why do I go? It's like I used to go to you know what I used to do? I used to go to the state fair, right? Like we used to go to the county fair, I'm sorry. And we would go only because they had cinnamon rolls and funnel cakes. And then a Cinnabon opened up. And I said, well, I don't need to go to the fair anymore. They got damn cinnamon rolls right here. So like it's just that way. But I'm going to talk about something serious for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and play a video. If you guys want to watch it, you guys can. It's on YouTube because I'm about to play it. And you guys will be able to hear it here. So just give me 1 second. As I crank it up.
So, now, I want to start with pure substance. This was a remarkable quarter. People didn't think that you could ever do anything other than burn cash, that you were basically a chimney of money. Not true, correct?
Correct, Jim. We reported yesterday terrific quarterly results, April and June.
I don't know if you guys can hear it. Give me
the movie industry is clearly coming back. The movie theater industry is clearly coming back. 59 million people were in.
Now, I want to start with pure substance. This was a remarkable quarter. People didn't think it could happen. People didn't think that you could ever do anything other than burn cash, that you were basically a chimney of money. Not true, correct?
Correct, Jim.
Stop. Okay, so right there, that's, I don't know if you guys could hear it on Twitter, but we can hear it on YouTube for sure. You guys, let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear that, Sergio? When I was playing it right now? Okay.
Yeah, I was able to hear it.
So Jim Cramer went ahead and said, hey, you guys are a chimney burning cash. People think you are. Shadow, stay there, Shadow. I'll pull you up in a minute. And so Jim Cramer says this, and what they don't is they don't acknowledge the amount of cash burn they have. So it's absolutely true they're cash burning. They're actually cash burn right now on AMC is $627 million over the last 6 months. They have burned off half of their egg that they had in half a year. So this is why the ape equity is in front of you. And I'm going to break down the ape equity after this, but I'm going to let this play a little bit longer, and hopefully you guys can hear it. It sucks if you can't, though.
We reported yesterday terrific quarterly results, April and June. The movie industry is clearly coming back. The movie theater industry is clearly coming back. 59 million people were in our theaters in the second quarter. Attendance was up 168%.
So he says 59 people were in his movie theaters. I don't know if he's talking about children and or people walking by, because From what I know on the earnings report, it said 42 million, but I'll let him say his number. Either way, like I told you, 94 million was the previous number for 2018 and 2019. 90 million people every quarter. Right now we're at 40 to 50, half of who's there. But I'll let them keep lying. They're doing a great job in lying. So here we go.
Year over year, the same quarter, we had positive EBITDA in the second quarter. Our EBITDA was more than $250 million stronger than it was last year.
EBITDA, if you guys don't know, the reason why they actually are positive in this element is because, well, why they have a big issue too is the interest on what's being paid. Right now, they're currently paying zero. And I don't think YouTube heard that part. So, oh, they did. Good. So they're currently paying zero on interest on whatever they owe. The amount that they must pay this year on their debt that was 4.7 billion in 2018, 4.7 billion in 2019, 5.1 billion today. Remember, this debt is not from COVID. I wish people knew that. They'll sprinkle it that way. They'll cover it that way. This debt is from the Carmike movie theater deal and the Odin movie theater deal, where they bought over $2 billion of dead movie theaters. And he's getting sued by 6 people now, 6 different class action lawsuits against Adam Aaron for lying to investors about those deals. That is all on the final page of the earnings report every quarter. I hope you guys read the last page. You guys should read the last page. It's pretty awesome. You're going to find out that AMC has to pay $10 million this year in debt. And $10 million is nothing. You're like, oh, what's $10 million? Why are we talking about it? Because they pushed back the deferred rent. They pushed back the interest rates on any senior loan. 2023, though, they owe $550 million. So $500 million, $500 million, guess what they don't have? They don't have the money to pay that. So now you'll see what's going to happen to you. But we'll talk more about that in a minute.
We are on a path to recovery. Maybe this horrible pandemic is something that one day we can all put in the rearview mirror.
Has nothing to do with the
Adam,
pandemic.
I read this, and the first thing I said was, okay, I know why people aren't watching Netflix. They're going to AMC. There is a correlation, would you say, between people who just are sick of being at home and they want to go out and they want to see a movie and they go to AMC?
Well, I do think, the bigger picture is I think streaming and theaters can coexist peacefully. You know, back a few years ago when Avengers Endgame was the biggest movie of all time, Netflix was in business. There were people streaming and there were people in our theaters. Fast forward, post-pandemic, I do all think that trapped in our houses and apartments for a year and a half, people learned in the pandemic. They want to get off the couch. They want to get out of the house. They want to do things. They want to be.
I'm just wondering if anybody noticed. You see AMC on the screen a lot. You see the CEO in front of it all trying to explain away what he's doing often. I'm talking about like every day on Twitter, why I don't understand the focus on it so much. I don't, especially from a leadership standpoint. If you were going to do something and it didn't need explaining, that would have more merit than to lather something up and try to trick you. So we'll go over it all in detail in a minute. But he's almost done sprinkling his shit right now. We got another minute or two of this.
Be with people, be with friends. Going to a theater is a cheap date. Yeah. Theaters have been central to the cultural fabric of the United States for a century, and we're a resilient industry. We're on our way back.
They told me I was a cheap date at one point. All right, let's deal with this. Let's deal with the hairy ape. All right. So you've decided, somewhat chimerical, to give something special to shareholders, which includes a great deal of apes. But you know what? Other than the actual ticker, APE, Adam, to me it seemed very much like a stock split.
Jim, it's almost exactly like a stock split.
So the stock split that he's talking about, guys, is just that. It's actually it's not that it's splitting the stock, because remember, they can't affect the stock without shareholder votes. What they're affecting is the actual value of the security. So they're willing to split the value of it down the middle with APE. And with that APE equity, for whatever reason, there are no restrictions to it. They found a way, a workaround, that has been there on the books since 2023. They found a way to get the liquidity out of this market, to get this overvalued share out of this market. Remember, he wants to sell every share he can because he owns none, and he already made his millions, just like every other insider. They want to do what's best for the company, and I applaud them for that. I do, but be upfront about it, which they currently are now. But people are blinded by the light because of individuals like Trey who sprinkle on the, I think it could expose synthetics, or I think it could expose. It's doing none of the above. We won't even get that far. Matter of fact, it's going to amplify the problem of dilution by doing it this way. They don't need your vote. They can go around you, and they've found the way to do it. Now, they've had this ability since 2013. Why do it now? Well, he's going to tell you why he's going to do it now, and I hope you guys pay attention, clear as fucking day.
Except for one technical difference. In a typical 2-to-1 stock split, you get 2 new common shares for 1 old common share. In this case, you're getting a new preferred unit and a common share for an old common share. But this is an extremely important development for our company. I cannot stress, one of the reasons why AMC survived the pandemic is because we raised over $2 billion of equity. We did it by selling shares, and we basically sold every share that we had. We went from 100 million shares outstanding to over 500 million shares outstanding. There were no shares left in the corporate treasury. If we needed to raise money in the future, if we wanted to raise money in the future, that was not an option that was available at AMC Entertainment. Now, with the creation of this new class of preferred securities, not that we would ever use all 5 billion of them that we could take to market. That would be crazy.
So they can do up to 5 billion of these preferred equity units. Guys, he's saying billion for a reason. He's telling you they're going to go to the market with them. Not with the ones he gives you. Not with the ones they give you on the 19th. They're going to go to the market with the ones that they will generate out of thin air. That's why I tell you they're going to buy these votes a penny at a time, because it costs them nothing to do this. It is the complete inverse. It's how much do I want to suck out of that stock? So when John Bennett tells you it's going to run this week, he's absolutely correct. It's going to run. And whoever's pumping it is going to pull it right from underneath you. Because if you buy puts on AMC after the fact, I think you're golden. And listen, I'm not giving you financial advice. I just don't see how you lose a single dollar when you know it's going to get cut in half. Go find out whatever the halfway point is, and that's what's going to happen. Now, what is AMC going to do? They're going to pay their bills. Hopefully. Hopefully they don't make any more bullshit investments, any more bad deals, but they're going to suck it out of you. And when they lose your trust, that's what happens. Remember, they have no more shares to go. They're empty, right? He says, we are completely gutted on the coffers on shares. And it's that way because you won't vote for more shares. You won't vote for a different compensation package. The next compensation package coming across the table, I'm pretty convinced on this, is going to have APE in it. So either they're going to start paying executives in APE units, or because they don't want to do shares, right? They're basically taking the technical term away from you and saying, oh, you don't want us to dilute the stock? Don't worry, we won't. But we're going to dilute this value for sure. And that is happening, guys. This is factual. This has nothing to do with exposing anyone. If he had it his way, this is the greatest way to pay himself back, because all the mistakes he's made, this will pay for him. This will pay for those mistakes, and it's in a disguise of, well, the pandemic's the issue. That's why I have the earnings for 2018 and 2019 on the screen, because 2018 and 2019, they were already down $5 billion, $4.7 billion. That was already the issue. You're still in the issue. You haven't paid anything, and you're not going to, because you need to dilute this overvalued play. The short squeeze is off the table, and we'll talk about that in a minute with your boy Trey, where Trey went out and said it. Great, Trey, you say it at the end of your video, but who's really paying attention? I hope people are invested for fundamentals. If fundamentally you love the movies and you love this company, you love Adam Aron, kudos to you. You will make $0 on your investment. Zero. Because unless you plan on selling this week, what the hell are you going to make? I'm just asking. Maybe I'm naive. The video's almost over. It has 20 seconds, and then we'll go back to Twitter Spaces call.
But we do essentially have a lot of preferred shares that we can take to market to raise cash, to pay down debt, to use for M&A. And the result of all that is this was a great announcement for AMC. It pretty much takes near-term survival completely off the table because if we were in a pinch, we could raise money. And anything that strengthens AMC is good for our shareholders, and it's bad to the people who wish us harm.
And with that said, it's bad for the people who wish us harm. It's not that. See, I don't wish AMC any harm. I don't. I hope the investors of AMC do well. What I wish and I hoped for was more transparency from Adam Aaron 2 years ago, a year ago. And you didn't get that. What you got was a string you along approach where he said, you know, guys, this is what the stock's going to do. And this is why you should invest in this company because it's making money or we're going to survive. They're not going to do it. They couldn't survive without you. And if you're willing to put money into a losing proposition, well, shit. I mean, I'll put a cup out on the street and hopefully you guys can fill it up. But I will get to the chat. I will get to the channel. I see you guys on YouTube typing right now. I apologize, guys. Lillionaire says, oh, here we go. Apple debt is $130 billion. That is hilarious, Lillionaire. Because the market cap for Apple is, well, it hit $3 trillion, right? So when a company has a market cap smaller than the debt, i.e. the liabilities of it, right? So debt matched with assets versus what's owned and what's owed. I believe AMC's corporate or total debt liabilities is north of 11 billion, 12 billion. That's higher than the market cap of the company. That's a poor investment. So don't ever compare the number one company in the world, all right, in the history of the universe, $3 trillion versus, you're hilarious, but I love it. So, all right, guys, so back to the chat, back to the channel. I have plenty of people are requesting, and I'm going to go ahead and move up Dizzy right now. Dizzy, I'm going to make you a co-host, Diz, because I can't do it all on my own. I'm doing Twitter and YouTube. How do I do that, Diz? Let's see. I'm going to invite. There it is. I'm figuring it all out. So my girl Dizzy's here. Hopefully she takes the bait right now, and then I can get to work. But I love it, though, guys. This is a GME channel, but it's called Morant's Rant, so we talk about whatever the fuck we want. Hey, good job. I love it. I will read the chat. I will read everything to you guys, but I'm going to let right now a guest speaker by the name of Shadow Stars. Shadow Stars, go ahead and unmute yourself, brother. You have the mic.
Hey, thank you. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Loud and clear.
Hey, first of all, I want to say thank you for letting me speak. I guess what I wanted to say was, I think there is a clear misunderstanding by a lot of retail investors. They don't understand the financial earnings. They don't understand any of those basic fundamentals when they're investing into this stock, particularly AMC. So you have this current paradigm failure to understand. There's the fundamental aspect of earnings, how a company runs business-wise, financially, and then there's the other half of the folks that are in for this supposed short squeeze, synthetic, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. What's your take on that?
Well, just traditionally, when you think, I've spoken and I've interviewed numerous AMC investors, they lack a lot of reasoning, and they do the same thing John Bennett just did, where he's like, it's going to thousands of dollars next week. Like, it's not even physically possible, because how many people would sell off when it hits 40, 50, 60, 70? 80. I mean, there's so many price points beyond that, and no one's diamond handing, and you know that just based off the volume. The volume itself, when it's going up to $22, it went up $6 yesterday, or on Friday, I apologize, and it had 100 million volume. Like, that's going to tell you, you know, GameStop went up $6, okay? I'm just giving you this example, and it had less than 2 million shares traded back and forth pre-split, so it had like 6 million in volume. That means no one's trading, and it's still going up, because to have price discovery, to get an actual increase on the stock itself, you have to, if you're going to diamond hand, it would show, and market makers would fill that. But that's not what you feel in this stock. It's liquid. It's very liquid, and it used to be more liquid, but now they've pumped out enough out of it. Now you're seeing the residual effect of that. They invented something new to get more out of you. But Eric, I see your hand is up. Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, Morant, thanks for having me. I just got to say that I completely disagree with your thesis on all
Absolutely.
this. You know, which is fine, and I completely you completely have the right and the ability to do that. I just think
I'm here for you, brother. I'm here. I want to hear.
I get it.
Yeah, I want to hear everything you got to say. I'm not against you. If you guys ever think I'm against retail investors, I'm not, and I'm open to to whatever you guys have to say. I don't like Adam Aaron because I know he's lying, and I broke that down months ago, years ago. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Right on. Yeah, so I mean, I disagree. I disagree with the lion too, and I disagree with your understanding of how the split's working, and but I don't disagree with some of the things you say as far as the logistics of the whole thing. He is going to pay off debt. He is going to do a lot of things. He's gonna straighten out all of the fundamentals of the company that everybody has always raved about that aren't in line, and
Right.
he's going to do that on the back of, and the premise being that more money is going to flow into Ape. And you're absolutely right in that. But then when you come to the perception of that there's going to be no squeeze and all this other stuff, well, the reason why there's going to be a squeeze is because of what he's doing, and because of how the conversion from the Ape go into the AMC shares. They have to be converted because shares need to be purchased by people that have very, very highly winded positions in the shorts and derivatives markets.
Okay. Hey, Eric. So let's use that point. So I see AMC start running, right? I'm Adam Aaron. I'm just in theory. And I see this stock price going to the moon. It's at $50. And right now, ApeCoin takes half of that away right off the split. So it's 25 and 25. How high do I let it run before I start selling off? Wait a minute. I don't have any. My name's Adam Aaron, and I have no Ape. Do you get what I'm saying right now? It doesn't matter how high it runs.
I get that, except he does. He does absolutely have Ape because he owns shares in the company.
His shares are not vested.
And it's not ones that are forward, the forward notion of having them, not even those ones that he'll be paid later. It's the ones he owns currently, which is quite a high number.
Do you know how much AMC insiders own? Insider shares? Do you know how many shares?
I'm not exact to the number, no.
Okay. It's 0.2% of the float. So 5 million would be 1%. 0.2.
Well, I guess he'll be doing buybacks then, won't he?
How can you buy it back? You don't have cash.
Well, you will have cash upon this.
How?
Just like you said with the Ape.
Hold on. No. Listen to me, Eric.
Yep.
They don't own Ape. You do. Are you selling
I
Ape?
get that.
Hold on. How do they buy it back with no cash? Do you know what covenants
What do you
are?
mean? An IPO. You just said $5 billion. It's $5 billion because it's 100 times the conversion. There's 5 million Ape when they're IPO'd and they start being purchased by. Okay.
Stop, Eric. Stop. Hold on. Let's talk this out, okay? So there is 516, I believe it's going to be 516 million, okay, shares. They're going to release 516 million Ape onto the market. When they do that, the value of AMC gets cut in half because that's where the value comes from. It can't come out of thin air. You're not offering it for nothing, right?
I think it's at a lower ratio, but you're right. You're right.
No. It's not a lower ratio. It's not even possible. So it's got to be split down the middle. He even said this on a tweet, and I think it's widely known. But check this out, okay? So that's the initial. Now here's the crazy thing. AMC owns none. When I say none, I don't mean zero, but they don't own enough to pay off anything. I'll give you this example. If they own,
let's say they do. Let's say you're correct. We can move on with that.
Yeah. I'm helping you out with the math here. If they owned, let's just say 1% of the float, which they don't, but if they owned 1%, that means that they would have 5 million shares of Ape.
Right.
Okay. Correct. Now watch this. If Ape is worth $10, do you know that's 10 on the 5 million? That means $50 million. They owe
I completely understand.
No, they owe $5 billion. They would have to own. But hear me out,
I'm
man.
help you out with it.
No,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
help you out, just
Go
like
ahead.
you're helping me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Help me.
What you're saying is not in itself correct. What you're doing is drilling a point that makes no correlation to what will be happening and what will be important to the future. He will be selling much more. And if it's worth half, okay, let's say they're only worth a couple bucks a piece. Okay, at market availability when it IPOs for the 450 billion other ones that will eventually be out there.
You hope they won't. I mean, do you understand how?
Let me just get this straight. I hope they do.
Wow.
I hope they do, because fundamentally the company will be sound. Everybody will have made money, and then let's get back to the part where people are selling at certain prices.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second, Eric, because you are lacking in understanding right now, bro, and it's driving me. I mean, you're killing me.
I believe you completely understand it, and I believe that you are pushing a point that just is irrelevant to the situation.
No,
trying to create misunderstanding.
I'm not trying to create any. I want you to understand. This is called a safe space, young man. I want you to understand math. Did you fail arithmetic? Because I'm going to help you right now.
Do you think that's a proper thing to ask me with
I'm asking because what you just said. Did you not do the math? I'm asking. Listen to me. Before I get riled up, I want to preach it to you this way. You can't sell something you don't have. That's one. Two, when you create more, it lowers the supply and the demand of it, or it increases the supply and it lowers the demand. Therefore, your price point would get cut in half. So if you had 500 million ape, listen clearly. If you had 500 million ape, which you don't own, you need to bring up what? How many more? How much more do you want to build? Let's go 500 million more. Let's go ahead and do that for a second.
Let's just say 450 billion more. Let's say that.
Oh, it's not billion. How the hell? Where do you come up with that number? It's 4.5 billion.
It's 100 times the initial release.
Oh my God, man. This guy's
that equals a 1-to-1.
Okay, Eric.
You're not understanding this, sir.
You're not.
Completely. You are not understanding this. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to help him out. So there is no 100-to-1. Oh, this guy's retarded. Oh my God. It's tough, man. This is the battle I'm in. I'm trying to help the world. I muted you for a second, Eric, just to get the point across, and I know Shadow's going to talk, but give me a second. 516 million shares are out there. That's it. When you increase the float of ape equity, it in turn lowers the value of it. You cannot just say, well, now these are worth this much. There has to be somebody there to buy it. If it were that way, if you could invent money out of thin air, people would have been doing that a long time ago. There's no such thing. Like, I don't even think you understand what the hell you're talking about. But I'm going to tell you what, Eric. Buy it all, brother. Buy it all. Write it out to the moon. You're absolutely ridiculous. They're going to create more ape. And it's going to cost you half every time they put out more. Do you understand the price is going to drop? That's the way stock splits work. And this is, in his words, a stock split, but not off of the share count. It's a stock split off of the value, the equity in it. So your value is going to go down. You don't get to take, if I gave you 100 pennies, right? That's $1. You have 100 pennies. I just can't go get another 100 pennies and give it to you. It's not possible. I have to go get another fucking $1. Like, it's crazy. You just can't say, you know what, I'm going to get another 100 pennies and give it to you right now. Where'd you get it from? Where are you going to invent more ape? How? That's my point. So let's get back to the point before I let Shadow Stars talk. The point was this. AMC will sell off more ape, but how are they going to get it? They don't own any. You do. You own it, and I'm happy for you. And all you investors are going to sell it at one point, but to whom and at what price? Because the price is going to go up. Well, when the price starts going up and you think it's going to squeeze, if you're here for that reason, and if you're here for fundamentals, then great. But if you're here for a squeeze, guys, Adam Aaron won't let that shit squeeze. He will bring more ape to the table to go get some. It's crazy, man. You know what? I actually, every day, I give away free NFTs on my channel, on YouTube, right? On the Marantz Rants on YouTube. Give away free NFTs every day, worth hundreds of dollars. Hundreds, guys, if not $1,000, right? I mean, we're giving away an NFT tomorrow worth $700-something on the marketplace. Guess what? What if I wanted that? What if I didn't want to give it out to you? What if I said, you know, fuck that. Just give me everything you have because I want that money and I want to go get. What kind of guy would I be? What kind of sergeant would I be? What kind of leader would I be? That's what Adam Aaron's doing right now. He's going to give you something. He's going to give you out free shit, free ApeCoin to everyone out there. And the value might go crazy because people are going to start buying it back and forth. They're going to start trading options on it, whatever the hell they want to do to it. At what point does he say, you know what, that's enough. I gave you enough free shit. Now I'm going to go take it. Because he's got to dilute it. That's the only way he can pay off his bills. It's the only way he can raise any type of capital. They're not making money. They sold off. They had a cash burn of $627 million. with the #1 movies of the year. I don't care, Top Gun, Minions, Elvis, Jurassic Park, Buzz Lightyear, everything this quarter, and they lost $120 million. And they pay $0 on their bills. Everything's pushed out. They haven't paid one payment on anything other than what, $72 million on some interest rate? $72 million is nothing on $5.5 billion. So, young man, Eric, before you ever put your hand up and you want to talk, we're going to go to Shadow Stars right now. Wait your turn, Eric. You're doing good. Shadow, what's up?
Hey, I think there's clearly a misunderstanding on Eric and several other investors.
Yes.
And I'm seeing this a lot on Twitter, particularly this whole ape thing. People need to be careful about the preferred equity units versus the actual shares. So people are getting hung up on, they're thinking share equals units, but that's not it. So all these people, as far as I understand, you got one AMC share, you get one ape unit. But you need 100 ape units for that to equal that preferred share.
Yes, preferred share, yes.
Yeah, so, and then further on, I think they don't understand, as you mentioned, that, hey, they're only releasing X amount, whatever, 516 million ape units. And for them to raise money, they need to sell more ape units. Because all the ape units right now are currently accounted for all the outstanding shares of common stock of AMC.
Yes. My point is they own zero common stock. Like, they don't own any shares. So, and even if they had 1% of the float, which they don't, even if they owned 1% of the float, I mean, what would the price have to be for them to pay off their debt? It would have to be $100 an ape unit, and they would have to own 1%. So, and I'm wrong on that. I'd say 1,000. Is it 10,000 or 1,000? Maybe $1,000. Well, what's 5 million times whatever 5 billion to get to 5 billion? You guys do the math there. Take away the zeros. I'm not good at math. The hell, yeah, it'd have to be $1,000 an ape unit. They would have to have 1% of the float, and it would have to be $1,000 an ape unit to pay off the debt they owe. I'm not exaggerating there. I'm dead serious right now. I don't think people know how big the number is. But I have other people that want to speak, and I thank you for that, Shadow Stars. You're absolutely correct. They don't understand basic arithmetic. Eric is wild, bro. 450 billion. That's a wild thing. But go ahead.
Hey, one quick thing. This is something I've noticed when looking through financial reports, and I like that you went over it, but I think this should also be stressed, in my opinion. If you look at their 2018 every quarter, 2019 every quarter 1 through Q4, you'll notice that trend that movies do best Q2, Q4. You get the big blockbuster releases usually in those quarters. So looking at AMC going forward, they possibly had their best quarter Q2, maybe their second best, if we give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, so I'm
Q3
sorry.
is going to be
Go ahead.
a bad quarter. Q3 is not going to be good as Q2. So they're going to be bleeding money next quarter.
Yep.
And they don't have much cash on hand to service their debt that's coming up soon. So this dilution fear should be near the top of the list for them, but it doesn't seem to be registering for a lot of investors. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, Shadow Stars, I've gone over that in detail before. I've been making videos about AMC for a year and a half. Yes, the blockbusters come out during Christmas time, during Thanksgiving, and 4th of July, Memorial Day weekend, that type style. But they won't make money this quarter. That's what he said in the earnings report. He's like, we're going to have a down quarter. Well, they say that every time. But what I would tell you is this. I'm tired of him saying, oh, we have a great quarter. It's going to be great. I would equate it to AMC versus Cinemark or Regal. Those companies over there, they did share buyback programs. The insiders actually bought more shares during the pandemic. And when you look at, and I'm not just making that up, I'm telling you, Cinemark CEO bought more shares. Adam Aron has bought shares since 2018 of this company, and he won't now. God, no, they don't have the money to do it. You're absolutely correct. The covenants on their loans, on their senior notes, are that they have to have $140 million in the bank. They have to have that on hand to stretch this out the way they do. And if you subtract that from cash on hand right now, that puts them at around $800 million on the books. They had a cash burn of $627 the first 2 quarters of this year. And that's with the best movies ever. So if you think Avatar and or Wakanda Forever are going to carry a company Remember that the company's only open from 11 to 11. The company can only show so many movies in the movie theaters, and there's only so many Marvel movies. Remember, Justin Bieber, Drake, anybody can come out with the best song in the world. It's not going to make a radio station any more money. You have to run it properly. All the movies in the world could come out, but if your company's run improperly, it's going to show. Adam Aron is not the CEO of AMC the last year and a half. It's not like he just got there. He has been there for 8 years. There is a track record, 7 years, whatever it is. There's a track record of what he's been doing to this company. People need to know that, and they don't. They don't care. That's why I pull up the earnings report from 2019 and 2018. I've heard the earnings calls from 2020, and I encourage you guys to do that, but no one will. And when you hear him, he says the same thing. We have the ability to raise liquidity, to raise capital. Raise capital is another way of saying sell shares. That's it. It's not a profitable business, and you can't get if you can't show me profitability, I can't show you an investment, and that's just it. So I see Dizzy's hand is up. Dizzy, what's up, girl? Dizzy better take her hand down unless she's giving me an air high five. That's about it. Sergio, you got your hand up?
Yeah, I just have a question for Eric. If he could explain why did AMC went and invest into a mining company, and if it wasn't for I scratch your back, you scratch mine, like HYMC did with AMC during the pandemic, and now AMC paid the favor back.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But
can he explain why would they invest in something like that?
Yeah,
because obviously, if your CEO is selling his shares to make a profit and not paying off debt, that's a CEO doesn't have any faith in his company.
Right, off the merit of his own work. But hey, Eric, it's your show, bro. What's going on, Eric?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can answer the question.
I love this.
Yeah, maybe he did do it. Maybe it is a my scratch, you scratch your back thing. Maybe it is. But I mean, and I'm not there. I can speculate as to what it is, and I think it was a good investment as just a company. Now, if you think about history with companies have bought and purchased and sold and done new things throughout history, and formed from one company into a total another company, and they do it all the time.
Awesome.
Now, was he correlating some kind of future thing with some idea? Maybe. Okay, but what he did was a good investment, and I do trust what he's doing.
Okay, how much money has he made off of that?
The insider ownership is currently 4.5%, not 0.3.
4.5%? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's positive.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pull it up right now. Okay, because I don't
pull it up on Fintel. Currently.
Nah, I'm good. Check us out. I'm good. I'm pulling it up right now.
But this is the thing. This is all I'm saying.
Nah, you don't get to just say shit around me. You don't get to just say shit. I don't work that way. You don't just get to say random facts.
Right, because you're wrong.
I'm wrong. Okay.
It, right?
Insider ownership
see what you're doing with the 3 followers on all speakers, bro.
3 followers, man. 3 followers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, these speakers that you have up here are new accounts with 3 followers. I mean, come on, dude.
Hey, Eric, you think I did this? This is my first time? Ridiculous. My first rodeo?
It's not your first time.
Okay.
It's my first time in here.
There you go.
Hey, but why can't you answer the question about why did
I totally answered your question. What was the question again? I'll answer it again.
I'm highlighting the insider ownership. I just want to put that for everybody. Insider ownership 0.20 for AMC. These are up-to-date numbers that you guys see here. This is the share price and the amount. This is everything you'll ever need on stats. If you guys don't know where to go, and don't go to Fintel for me, okay? Go to Walmart, and you'll figure that out too. And all the reports are here of the SEC filings. You have no idea what it is. Don't worry, man. You're not educated. It's tough. But and I say that to you wholeheartedly because you don't know your investment and you don't know what.
You're not wholehearted.
Oh, absolutely. But you can't say I'm not educated on it, right? Good job.
I didn't say you weren't.
I know you're not.
I wasn't, brother.
Oh, I know. Man, I'm spitting facts.
Show your colors through your demeanor, brother.
I hope so. I hope it rubs off well. Hey, Eric, I'm going to do this, Eric. I'm going to leave the mic. Look, I could mute you at any time, right? I could. I can mute you, and I can just tell you to shut up, do all the things. But here's what I'm doing. I'm going to leave the mic open for you. And I want you to tell me why you're invested in AMC.
I'm invested in AMC for 2 reasons.
Okay.
To end market corruption.
Okay.
And things like what you're doing. And then to also make money.
Okay. So to make money, right?
That simple.
All right, I want to break this down. You want to make money. So I'm gonna ask you some questions, and I hope they're not too intrusive because I want to know your mindset. All right, I'm giving you a plateau, young man. Use it.
Right. You wanna try to parade me in front of people
Nope.
to look like I'm an idiot. I get
Not
it.
at
Go
all.
ahead.
What is your cost
Let it rip.
base? How many shares do you have? What's your cost base?
I'm not telling you that. It's none of your business.
There you go. You wouldn't even say your cost base?
I don't need to. Why would I need to?
Because that would tell me if you really believe in the movement.
It doesn't tell you anything.
Sure it
but
does.
gives you ammo to try to make me look like an idiot.
No.
Really?
Brother, I don't need ammo to make you
I
look
can
like an
tell
idiot.
you
You're
this,
doing
I have
well all on
purchased
your own.
I have purchased constant since the run-up, after the run-up in January, prior to the run-up in June, and I have purchased constant dips ever since. And you can probably figure out about where it might be if I'm buying at strategic locations and I know how to trade and I know how to play a short squeeze. And
Okay.
I know how to recognize one too.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, young man. I'm doing something on YouTube right now for everyone out there. Okay, you said run up in January.
I'm 42 years old.
No,
but
I can't call you young man, a term of endearment. God, forgive me. Shit, bro. What do you want me to call you? Want me to call you asshole? Hey, look at this, okay? I want to show you something strategically. If you're looking at YouTube, you'll see it. I know my viewers are watching it, and they're going to laugh right now. So from January, the run-up in January, as you call it, all the way through now, you've bought it at very strategic dips. Do you know there's only been a moment in time to buy it at a strategic dip? Well, let's see. Not even a quarter of the time. It would be this little area here and this little area here. So, yeah, so I would tell you you're full of shit, one, because I got to know, where do people buy it and what's the price point? There's a reason why I asked that, Eric. It's because if you really believe this company's going in a direction, you put your money where your mouth is. That's what
I
you
get
do.
that, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
well then
you're
let me see it.
correct. And I was also correct in saying that you were going to do exactly what you just did.
Absolutely. Prove you
What
wrong?
the hell
I do
is
that
wrong with
daily.
you, man?
What's wrong with me? Guys like you.
You completely reveal yourself.
I
by
want
the
to.
words you choose.
What the shit, bro? I want to. I want you to know exactly who I am when you walk in the door. Right? I don't tiptoe around shit. I don't stand on the fence post. I don't decide what I'm going to do today versus what someone says or what somebody thinks I should do. I do what the fuck I'm going to do. It's called Morant's Rants.
That's right.
Look at the price of the stock, young man. If you believe that it's a buy at $22.18, you're a fucking fool. That's what I'm telling you. Adam Aaron doesn't even believe it at that price. Adam Aaron doesn't know.
I thought it was a buy.
You just said you've been buying it at all the dips. All the dips are above $22.18. That's the point if you've been buying it all year. That means you've been buying it in at 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever it may be. You've been buying it supposedly. Prove it. Say the cost average or say what you have, but you don't because you haven't or you have.
Okay.
Either way, you're a fucking moron. Yes, the color is real. The view is real. And I'm telling you, I gave you 2 minutes to explain yourself, but you can't. You can't. So I appreciate you. I do. But it's nil and void, Eric. My point is, goddamn people, Adam Aaron doesn't even believe the value of this stock is what it is. That's why he sold up here in this big range. And now that it's down here again, and he sees it running, what's going to happen here? He needs money. He needs money. He's going to go get this money from you. He's going to take it right from you, and you will see exactly what it's worth, what it was worth beforehand. Do you want to know what the stock did before you guys ever got there? This is the stock here. This is what it did before you ever got there. It went all the way down to $1.91 because that's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's really worth. You'll find out. I try to save people in the safe space. You guys are always welcome. Paradigm, what's going on, man? You're up.
Hey, man, you can hear me?
Absolutely, loud and clear. It is a safe space. You can say whatever you want. I let you.
Yo, man, I'm the guy with 2 followers.
Hey, oh, my bad, bro. You only have 2 followers, so the fact that I pulled you up, it must be me. It must be me. That's my fault, man.
Probably. Anyway, all I got to say, man, is that Shadow hit it on the head. He hit it on the head so hard, and he's talking fundamentals. And Eric's in here, and his response is, well, I can't speak on that, but I can speculate. And so all I got to say, dude, is that you're doing your research, Eric, into a pipe dream. You're hoping for $450 billion for a turnaround on a dilution of a company. Anyway.
Where's the money come from, though? No, I got a question for you, Paradigm.
Exactly.
Where's the money going to come from? That's all I want to know.
It's going to come from the main stock, from the company.
Exactly.
It's going to dilute, and then it's going into something that Shadow pointed out, that it's just whatever. It's an ape. Why'd they use that term?
Yeah.
And I mean, I could get on ranting about how meme stocks never freaking existed since 21, dude.
Yeah.
January 28th, 21, they coined the remark, and it means joke company, dude.
Here we go. I gotta hold on. I gotta mute this guy because these guys with the voice, they want to disguise who they are. One, they don't use their name, they don't use their picture, and then they don't use their voice. It's crazy. Can I dox you just by your voice?
Well, I don't use my name either. But
Losers.
Thank you so much, bro.
Y'all focus on our plays.
Our plays. I love this. Hold on. No. I'm going to give him a chance to talk, Paradigm. Hey, Syrian Ape, I love you, man. I hope you make all the money in the world.
It's not Syrian. It's
whatever
Syrian.
I'll fuck up your name on purpose, bro. I don't know who you are. Does it matter? You're an OG
You're just a
ape.
fucking retard.
I might be right, though.
Retard.
Well, this retard's right, so I don't know what to tell you. What's that say about you?
I disagree.
Okay, tell me. Why do you disagree?
I think you know why. I'm pretty sure you've heard it like 1,000 times.
No, young man. I want to hear it from you. I want you to tell me why you think I'm wrong and why AMC is such a great investment. It's your time.
Failed to delivers.
No. Don't use keywords like that. Don't do that for me. Like, specifically.
Okay, so what do you want to hear?
I want to hear specifics.
Yeah, I think a huge issue is failed to delivers.
Okay.
I don't know how we can sell 1 billion shares in one day and none of them be synthetics. I don't know how Robinhood, Webull, and all these other brokers can give me 100, 200 shares in the snap of a finger without locating them.
Okay, hold on. So we'll break that down. One, there's never been a day where there's been 1 billion volume. So I'm trying to track with you here. There was 3.5 billion in a 2-week span. That was a run up in June. As far as locating shares and how they give them to you, that's another issue, but it's not an issue because there's plenty of liquid. Are you familiar with the way volume works?
Yes, I am. Let me guess. Did they cover? Did shorts already cover? Is that what the run up to 72 was?
I wouldn't go far. I wouldn't go that route. I would say more around the realms of half of it covered. But remember, there's new shorts every day. See, the issue isn't the shorts. There's always shorts.
GameStop report.
Excuse me,
Have
sir.
you read the GameStop report?
I read it's called GameStop report.
Sorry. Okay, but have you read it?
Have I read it? I made a whole video about it.
So you would know then that shorts did not cover whenever it ran up from like a couple bucks to
cover what though?
Like $500.
Who is short AMC?
I'm talking about GameStop at this time.
No, I know you are, but I'm asking, what does that have to do with AMC?
They kind of are the same play. They have the same thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. They did not cover whenever it went from fucking $8 to $72. Just like GameStop, they didn't cover with GameStop.
Is that documented? Do you have that somewhere? Is there a? I'm asking if that was on like Capitol Hill or anything, or did somebody do a report? Any committee?
The short interest didn't go away. Did it?
Short interest on what?
AMC. Whenever it went up 72, there's still a short interest on it, wasn't there?
So why didn't it keep going?
Because what do you mean? They didn't cover. They they turned them into FTDs. I mean,
no, like why does the price go down?
Who are you? Are you at the top of these fucking brokers? Do you know what happened?
No, I'm asking.
No, you're not. So
I'm asking.
You don't know what happened, do you? You don't truly know what happened.
I'm asking.
You're a fucking peon, just like every one of us, everyone else, right?
Yeah, I'm just like you.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know who I am, so
I know you hide it
really
well.
Judge me.
See, I put my name out there, I put my face out there, but it's cool. So, I'm asking for your educated response, as in to say, why didn't it run? If it's a squeeze play, right? Because this is why shorts are involved. Shorts,
why
squeeze.
Didn't it run? I just told you. I think that there's illegal bullshit that happened.
Oh,
and I think that it's things that none of you fucking know, but y'all try to speak on.
So you don't think that going up 600% in a week is a squeeze?
No, just like I don't think it did with GameStop in the GameStop report.
Okay. And you don't think, I'm trying to hear you out. You don't think that market cap from 8 billion to 35 billion was, you think that was retail, or you think that was them, like who was buying it?
I think that's something called a gamma squeeze, along with heavy buying.
Gamma squeeze. Wouldn't there have to be a gamma ramp?
Didn't it not gamma ramp the week before?
No.
No, it didn't. So
No,
a
it didn't.
shitload of call options did not go in the money, causing them have to hedge their bet.
No.
The market makers.
The biggest
causing it to rise.
options
That
day
never
before
happened.
that was April 16th. I mean, if you're going to talk about facts, bro, you got to roll with them, man.
Dude, I made fucking $90,000.
That's
whenever
good.
it ran up.
And I wish, and I'm so happy for
I
you.
know that it fucking gamma squeezed, dude.
So for
can't tell
you
me
to
that
make
it didn't.
$90,000, that means you sold something, right?
I sold calls, correct.
Yeah. Okay. So who did you sell the calls to?
I'm guessing the market makers.
You think you sold them to market makers?
No, he bought calls. He bought
Yeah.
calls. He was
Okay.
holding calls
Yeah,
when it ran up.
yeah. I don't think you sold calls. So you bought calls, right?
Right. I bought calls and then I sold them. That's how it works, correct.
Who was
Yeah.
selling the calls that you bought them from? Who do you think?
The market makers.
Man, you're just so naive to this. This is great. The runaround that happens here, the constant pump of liquidity out of that is an end. It's going to be an end to you. If you think it's such a great investment, keep doing what you're doing, man. Be happy with the 90K you made. That's a lot of people's annual salary, a lot of families' incomes, and you'd be
It's
so
not enough
happy.
for me.
Oh, I
Not
know.
enough for me.
Well, we don't know who you are. I haven't met an ape yet that needed $1. I don't see monkeys other than in cages. But
What the fuck you do?
that's who you are, right? That's your name. That's the picture you use. I'm trying to figure you out, bro. But you're doing great.
No, you can call me Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to call you. You would want another man to call you that. That's the problem. So, hey, but I appreciate you.
I'd like you specifically. I would like you to call me Big Daddy.
I know, man. Well, you got to get in line. There's like a line of people like you guys. Hey, but listen, I actually opened up myself to all of this today. You see, I'm a victim of success.
You
and
open
the
yourself
success
up to
of
this
reading
fucking
this.
every day and every night.
Damn
You
right,
have no
baby.
fucking life.
I
It is
open myself
every
up.
fucking day and every night.
Yeah.
This is all you do, bro. I don't
This is
know.
it.
I don't know how you
This
even
is
make
all
a
I
living.
do.
Holy shit.
Hey, how do I make a living? Do you know me so well?
By you sleeping 4 hours a day, dude.
Thank you. Somebody tell him. Somebody tell him. I make $0
Sleeping
off of
4 hours a
YouTube.
day and spending 16 hours a day on fucking space calls talking shit about other people's plays.
But how do I get paid off of that? How do I make money? How do I afford?
I don't know how the fuck you make money doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, thank you. All right, you got me all figured out, bro. I appreciate you. Anything else you want to say? I let you come in and say I'm a loser, like off the bat. I didn't even mute you. I let you do everything. Is there anything else you want to get off your chest?
Cyan, why does it make you so mad that people talk about AMC? You guys talk about
Why
AMC.
does it make me mad that
every day.
y'all waste y'all's time talking shit
Yeah,
about
why does it
somebody
matter to
else's
you?
fucking play?
Y'all.
It just seems like a waste of time. It
Y'all.
seems like
But it's our time to win.
yeah, y'all's. Yeah, I'm from the South. Okay, and you all. Is that better?
No.
You all.
No, I'm from the South too, brother. I'm from the South. Good job.
From the South too.
Yeah. Savannah, Georgia. But no.
But,
Sorry.
it's our time to waste. Why do you get to have a say in how we spend our time and what we talk about? That's what I don't understand. We don't get mad at you guys for talking about it 24 hours a day.
Hey guys, real
You're
quick.
the only one that gets mad.
I don't talk about it 24 hours a day. I pop in every once in a while whenever I'm at the gym or whatever and listen.
Oh yeah, you sound like you lift, bro. I got to mute him for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and move him down. It's cool. I have so many more people to get to. So many people are asking. Guys, this is Amy here. Amy is a guest host, a guest everything. Amy's great. Amy's great for the movement with facts. She goes over things that are documented very well. So I respect everything that she brings to the table. If you guys don't know who Amy the Trader is, go ahead and give her a follow. Amy, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. Amy, how you doing?
Wait. Can I just say one thing? Because I did get cut off. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
oh, Paradigm, you're welcome, brother. Go ahead.
All right. So I just want to say thank you so much for the safe space. And, it's great entertainment. Thank you all.
Hey, I'm trying, babe. I'm trying to get our Sunday going, huh? I'm trying to get it
And
popping.
never forget, Mar, dude. I'm still waiting on that handstand with your feet clapping.
Yeah, I'm gonna work that out. All right.
right.
You know how it goes. Appreciate
Peace
you, bro.
out.
Take care. Yeah. So, Amy, I was just giving you a shout out. Just saying hi. I've been going at this for a couple of hours, but I'm happy you're here.
Yeah, so I sent a message. Kids start school on Wednesday, so I've been running around like a crazy person.
Yes, ma'am.
But also, I can't take co because I have a lot of these people flop. So if I take photos, it's going to kick them out.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So smart. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah,
you.
I don't want to.
No. Don't even worry about it. You're still co in my mind. You're still co in my mind. Don't worry about it. Mom Spaghetti, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How's everybody doing?
Doing pretty well.
All right, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to touch on something that you already brought up because I've been wanting to ask this, and then you kind of touched on it maybe like 10, 15 minutes ago. I think I want to like say like first off, I'm not here to argue with anybody. I don't care what you invest in. If you can make money, great. That's what everybody wants, right?
Absolutely.
I want to say like for me personally, one of the biggest red flags for me with AMC and why I was so hesitant to even put any money in last year. I'm no longer in it. I don't believe in it. But what was a red flag for me is I see so many people saying, Adam Aaron is the greatest CEO and this and that, and he has our backs. But my question, and like I said, you already touched on it a little bit, is what was he doing? What was he doing between 2016 and 2021, like before the rally from the retail investors? And that's what really worries me. You know what I mean? Because
you have to remember how this happened, though. This kind of dumped in his lap, right? Because I think Marantz has touched on it. I know I've said it. At the time in 2021 or late 2020 or early 2021, it was actually AMCX that was shorted by close to 40%. And I know that AMC people will be like, no, it never was that. It absolutely was. And if you go back and check the short interest for AMC at that time in January, you'll see. And check AMCX and then check AMC. People got confused between AMCX and AMC and started piling into AMC because they saw that it was like $1 or $2 or something at the time. And so they piled into it, right? And then here we are today trying to turn something into nothing, right? And then came all of the synthetic shares and the this and the that. It was really never AMC. And the only reason it's being shorted now is because of the volatility that has been created by retail.
So
that is the fact.
Yeah, so I'll elaborate on that. And I'm sorry if you can barely hear her. I mean, we can hear it clearly on this, but it's just the way it is. It's okay, guys. YouTube's talking, Amy. They're like, I can barely hear her. I'm doing my best I can with the audio, guys. But anyway, just to get back to what Amy was saying right now, is and this is something that's been widely known. If you don't know it, it's because you're living under rocks and you haven't done the homework on your investment. AMC was not what was shorted. And this is the problem. It was AMCX. AMCX was had a short interest. You know how much bad it was, Amy? We actually had a channel in our Discord called AMCX. Like, that's how much we knew.
Yeah, I think it was almost 40% at the time.
We knew that it was a play, but it's not what ran. And then when you get a hold of media and YouTubers and Reddit and anything else you can manipulate, at that point you start manipulating people. And that's how it works. So that's why Lou comes on the scene, in April. And you have Trey trading. Trey, if you look at his first episodes, he used to look for stocks to talk about. Same thing with Matt. They would look for stuff, and they had numerous, like 20 to 25 stocks they were talking about. And then they found out they were getting views with AMC, and then it ran in January for them, their channels, and February. So it's never been any different. But that's just the facts of it. And I hear you, Mom Spaghetti. I really do. What does Adam Aaron do from 2015 to now? He came into the company, and he went ahead and bought 2 deals. The first deal was a Carmike movie theater deal for $1.2 billion. And that deal did not work out. As everyone knows, he bought rural area movie theaters that didn't make any money. So all for the name to say, hey, we're the largest movie theater company in the world. That wasn't available to them until 2016. So before that, they were not. They only had 350 movie theaters in 2015. Now they have 1,000, 1,100. And when he says movie theaters have been around for 1,000 years, he's absolutely right. But he hasn't been the CEO of this movie company for 100 years. I apologize. But more so than that, making bad deals put him in a debt of $4.7 billion in 2018. And in 2018, he had one of the most profitable years ever. 2019, another year, but it wasn't profitable. They actually lost money that year. So when they found out that they had all these interest loans they had to pay, this is when it got dicey. It got exciting, 2020, because pandemic happened. And when pandemic happens, you have to go tailor make this plan to raise liquidity, as they call it. But this is what you do when you have a company that needs to survive, and you have a CEO who needs to survive. You're willing to offer it up to people at $2, $3 a share, and he did that. And he diluted that front all the way down to $1.90 a share. And what people don't understand from that moment to now is when they lifted, they actually had a 13-month window where they could sell as many shares as they wanted to, insiders as well, from October of 2020 till November of 2021. Guys, November 2021, he's already on YouTube. He's already doing interviews with YouTubers. This guy gave the insiders the ability to sell as many shares as they want. They don't have to hold any amount. It's in the damn SEC filings. I'm not making this shit up. So now they have the clause where you have to have X amount of shares for X amount of years that you've worked there or whatever position you currently hold. They didn't have that for that window. That's why they were able to sell off everything they own, all the insiders. And they did, because they had a stock at this value. Now, in 2013, the board of directors voted in this clause to have an additional equity, right? This preferred equity. That's what he's using right now, this loophole. This loophole is here to sell shares. Not sell shares per se, not the number, but to sell equity from the shares. So they've had this ability the whole time. But you don't.
Wait, Grant, you're leaving a part out. You're forgetting Wanda.
Oh, well,
Wanda
yeah, I apologize. Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's a pretty significant
Well,
part.
yes,
because
they sold off to
they were a
Silver Lake,
minority
Mudrick,
shareholder.
and
Right.
Wanda. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And Wanda, it actually got out. Wanda didn't even make that much money off of it. But they had two board
Because he
directors.
kneecapped them.
What was that?
kneecapped them.
Yeah, exactly.
He kneecapped them when he diluted the float.
Yes.
He literally drained all of their equity out. So they converted their Class B shares to Class A shares so that they could get the one vote per Class A share. Yes. And so, I mean, he completely fucked them.
Yeah, but it's who he is, right? And Sean Goodman's no better, the CFO. But what I'm trying to give you guys is the background. I'm trying to draw it out for you so you understand why he's doing what he's doing. What he's doing right now is utilizing a loophole that has been there the whole time. Okay, guys? So when they're selling off everything, I played the interview with Kramer earlier. He said we had no more shares to sell off. We've depleted everything. We're talking about gifting shares to his children, him personally selling every share he could possibly sell, and then you have 3 years to get vested. Well, as they sold off everything, this has been on the table the whole time. Well, now we'll do the preferred equity, and we'll go ahead and take the value out of this stock now. Now that's what we're going to do to pay off this debt. Remember, everyone's been paid on the insiders side of it. This has been in the works longer than just, I'm going to pounce next quarter. That's how this works, guys. These guys are thinking about moves well beyond you. And because they put the magic man in front of you, people get excited. Now, I'll tell you this. You know why Adam Aron's the CEO and chairman of the board? Because a year ago, he convinced that board, I can get these people to stay right here with me. They love me. Look at me. Look at my Twitter. This is why he talked about our earnings call. Look at how many tweets I get. Look how many views I get. He's letting the board of directors know he's the right man for the job. And they voted him as such. Then when he got his new, salary increase denied, he was like, oh, okay. Now I'm losing faith. Now it's time to go ahead and dilute this down. They don't have to dilute the shares, guys. They're just going to dilute the equity from the shares. That is the difference. I have other speakers here that want to speak, so I'm going to pull them up, guys. And I thank you guys in advance if you do request. If you are requesting, like if you're John Bennett, I ain't in it. You've already come up and said your piece, and then you got way off kilter. So I wish you the best of luck, John. Invest in AMC. You believe in the company. You think it's going to $1,000 next week. That's phenomenal, because if it does go to 1,000, I hope Adam Aron sells everything he doesn't own, because he doesn't own any. That's when we can pay off the $5 billion that he owes. But let's see
Well,
what.
I just want to add to.
Yes, ma'am.
He's not just diluting their shares. He's diluting their vote.
Yes.
He gave these preferred equities voting rights, right? Which you
You
don't
don't-
usually have with.
You don't
preferred
even
stock.
have to. You don't even have to do it. And he gave them one vote per unit, because when they develop more units, that's the more votes that they can give away. And they can actually develop them out of thin air, but they don't get value out of thin air. The value comes from said equity. So if you have APE worth $10, and they decide to go ahead and release another 516 million, which is nothing because it's not going to cost them anything to do it, cut that price in half again, and cut that price in half again and again and again. And who are they selling it to?
Correct, and that's who's going to have to vote, right? So
Yes.
they could essentially the apes could essentially be outvoted by whoever buys the offerings of ape.
And not only would
after
you,
the initial.
and remember, he can sell it to anyone he wants to, and right now he feels obligated to sell to Mudrick because he has that relationship with Mudrick, saving his job, giving him $100 million in his own personal bank account at this point by allowing him to sell off. And I would tell you guys, once you don't have the votes on your side, once you don't, you can't say retail, we own the float, they actually have a clause in there. And why do you even have this clause if you're not going to dilute? It says that you can vote to change the ape equity unit into actual physical shares. That is crazy. That means your float will inherently go north and your value will go south. But this is what you do. Yeah, this is
vote to convert. But
yes.
you have to. They will have to give them the authorized shares of AMC in return.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to pull up 426.99. Listen, guys, you guys can say whatever you want here in this damn thing. I'm not going to mute you. I'm going to let you talk your shit if you want to come in. But remember, this is an AMC safe space, and you're all welcome to talk your stuff. And if you ever want to have any questions, we'll give you some answers. We'll do the best we can. But thank you, guys. You're up. I approved him. I didn't know if he came up yet. So, someone else. Here we go. Mark of the Beast. Welcome, Mark of the Beast. How you doing, brother? I hope he comes. Well, he's already up here, but Mark of the Beast. Yeah, you have to unmute, and then you're good to go.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing well. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Do your thing.
Okay, so like I said, like for me, I'm all about peace, profits, and purpose, right? No matter what, that's the only thing I give my time, attention, or energy to.
I like that.
And
PPP.
Just like with, say it again.
I like that. PPP. Peace, profits, and purpose.
Oh yeah, pushing P, man, pushing P. But look, this is how I see it. Like, of course, there's both sides of anything, right? And, with that, there's going to be people that believe in AMC. There's going to be people that don't. And I once heard this saying, and it makes perfect sense. Bees don't waste their time explaining to flies why honey's better than shit. So when I think about that, and this works on both ends. Like, I'm a very positive person who looks at the logic. But at the same time, too, I'm never going to try to convince anybody to sell a position or not to invest into something, because at the end of the day, it's their own money, and what they choose to do with their money, great. Now, when I think about not just AMC but GME, when I took mass profits from GME, during the run up in 2021, I ended up investing a lot of that into blue chip NFTs, other securities, as well as AMC. And then, I'm an option trader. I've been playing options for the last couple of years, and I made some pretty good money, on options with AMC last year. And it gave me the ability to really own a good amount of securities within AMC. And for me, at this point, I'm playing with house money. I know everybody's situation is different, but I've been part of the movement for over a year and a half. I absolutely love the individuals within the community. Look, if anybody wants to say anything negative or this, that, and the other, hey, go ahead. Like you just said, talk your shit. Go ahead. But it's not going to convince me.
Okay, I just want to address something.
Oh, good. Yeah.
We're not here to talk negative.
Correct.
I know. I know.
We're just breaking down the language in the filings of which they release.
And I get that. No, I get that, and no, I'm just saying, but like I just, from when I sat back and listened, I could see some people just feel like salty towards AMC, or just, you know what I mean, like it just, for whatever their reason is, you know what I mean, like it's just I've seen it. I mean, like I said, there's good and bad. We're not going to agree on everything. I feel like whenever we have these conversations, most people don't follow the simple fundamentals where, look, you can have the right message, but approach is everything. And what I've seen is people that, let's say, bash AMC or have things bad to say, instead of them just kind of sticking with, like you said, the facts or whatever there is to point out, it's more, it feels like some type of animosity, if you will. So, well, yeah, I don't know, I said.
That's created, though, because the things that I post are usually facts, followed with filings or anything else, but I get a negative response to that because it doesn't suit the narrative. And I'm not trying to talk negatively or bash AMC. I'm just simply saying this is what this means. But that's not okay.
Oh no, yeah, and see, that's one thing. That's one thing. I always respect what anybody has to say. Like I never let anybody control my emotions or, like I said, deter me away from what I believe in. It's like with not just AMC, with anything in life. But like I said, I've sat back. I think I listened to the this call like one other time I was in the space, and I was like, man, I kind of jumped out. I was like, it seems pretty toxic. But then again, like I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to bash anybody or just be like, hey, this, that, and the other. But I like to just listen and at least put my input that no matter what we do, it's always important to do our DD, do our due diligence, right? We see that this corrupted system within, there's been nothing but illicit dark pool abuse with both AMC and GME for like with the last year and a half. But also with that, I've had the opportunity to meet Adam Aaron out in the Garden Grove. I'm here in Newport, California, but I had a chance to meet, Adam Aaron, last year. And from what I seen, I'm a person that likes to just like, hey, like, is their heart in the right place? Is their intentions good? I got good vibes from him. So for me, I was like, great business mindset. And so for me, I was really happy to be a part of the company. And what I've seen him do, what I've seen AMC do over the course of the last year and a half has made me excited, even more thrilled to be part of AMC, the movement. And then now with me holding the shares that I do, now I'm getting an ape, here coming on, the 22nd. So I'm excited, like I said, but I get it. Like we're going to agree to disagree, but the AMC preferred equity units are I'm excited about that. And,
Okay.
for good reason. But
so just how you call out what you call naked shorting and dark pool abuse, like we're saying, hey, this is pretty sketchy, right? And the way that he presents it to retail is a little bit slimy. Like, so we're doing the same thing. It just happens to be on your CEO.
Yeah, so I'm gonna elaborate on that real quick. First, I want to say thank you, Mark, for coming through and speaking your piece and keeping positive vibes. I think a lot of us, I've been an investor for X amount of years. 20 years, some of that range. And it's not about plays or what market you're in. I don't even care about that stuff. Like, I don't even pay attention to market mechanics. When I talk about GameStop and or AMC, I am purely going off the merit of tweets that were given out, SEC filings, documented things that I want to talk about only because it brings light into the character of the man. I could meet someone, shake his hand, he might be the greatest person ever. Might give you great energy too. That's what salesmen are supposed to do. And CEOs are in turn salesmen. They actually have to sell their company to investors, and yourself included. But the actions are one thing. So I wouldn't want you to shake the hand of Adam Aaron and say, thank you so much for making that great deal on buying $1.2 billion of Carmack movie theaters when investors told you not to. Like, there's things like that are out there. And this is the truth. These are things that are under litigation. These are things that we've talked about. But to shed light on what's being said is not from anyone else other than him, right? I mean, I wouldn't have anything to say if there wasn't 20 tweets in the last 72 hours. I would just be like, oh, that's a dumb deal. Like, oh, that was a dumb move. I don't think the company should do that. Like, I literally could be that way. There's a lot of companies that I invest in that I follow, and I watch the earnings reports, and I listen to them, and I go, oh, wow, they're going to have difficulties this year. But I don't have anything to base it off of other than the report itself. And this is totally different. This is off the merit of the man. And you can twist your tongue any way you want to at this point. But the writing's on the wall for your investment and for what you see. Now, if you are invested for the long haul, past macroeconomics, past any downturn, then good luck. That's it. But we're going off the merit of what's said. So I do have a question for you, Amy, and I see Dizzy did make it back to being the co-host. And thank you, Dizzy, for that. That'll help me out with approving. And Dizzy, I want to approve everyone who asked to come up. I want to approve them all, with the exception of John Bennett. He already came up once. But anyone who wants to talk, they can, and they can say whatever they want. I don't care either way. But I do have this question. There's an 8K here that I'm looking over, and it says 10 million preferred shares. And 10 million preferred shares, if you put it to 100, that'd be 1 billion votes. That's what I see here from AMC. They filed for this, and with 1 billion being that they would, and this is just my idea when I look at it. It says on August 4th, 2022, AMC Holdings filed a certificate of designations with the Secretary of the State of Delaware, blah, 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 to designate 10 million shares of company authorized preferred stock. Now, why is it preferred? Because preferred stock holds 100 votes. Yeah. Dizzy, I can hear you. Well, now I can't. But preferred stock holds 100 votes. That's the difference here. So am I to anticipate that AMC is coming straight out the gate with dilution by doing this? That would give them enough to vote whatever they want at that point. So I just don't know if it's going to happen that way, but I saw that filing come through. Do you know anything about that, Amy?
Is it the mix shelf? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about right now. The mix shelf. I just had it come through.
So they, on the 4th, they filed for a mixed shelf.
Yes. It's the amendments to the, it's item 5.03 on the articles, the change in fiscal year, the articles of incorporation or bylaws. So I'll go pull it up on my other screen.
Or send me the link, because is it the S3 or the?
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Okay.
I have it up on my screen. I just got to go get it. This is the quarterlies. No, I'm gonna have Kyoto send it to me on the other side, Kyoto, if you can. I know we cut it through. Just send it. My guys on YouTube are working right now while I'm here, so apologize. They're getting it all done for me while I'm in. There's a great team here, guys. I don't know if you guys know them. It's my whole crew, and these guys have everything. So they'll paste and copy it to me, and I'll get it to you right now. This way you can go over it. But other than that, what it means is that there'll be. I think we even had another link on it too. Ah, damn it! I know I had it in one of my folders. What it means is that there's going to be $1 billion worth of votes off the bat. That's what it means. So that would be the 516 million that would represent the shares themselves, the common stock, but preferred stock has 100 votes per share. That's the difference. And they exercise that to release 10 million shares of preferred stock. So it's going to be scary. That's all I can say on that point. I got another speak. Yeah, I'm going to get it to you. They'll get it to me right now, and then we'll do that. Dizzy, I don't know if I can hear you. Dizzy, are you there? Dizzy's been having connection issues. I don't know if she's on Walmart connection. I don't know what she's doing with her life. If she's on America Online, one of the above. I was going to go over the tweets with you step by step.
AOL.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, you know how it works. Oh, here, they just can't. They send it through to me. I have a link to the 8K if you need it. Yes, I do. I do need it. Thank you. These guys are awesome. Yeah, send it my way.
Yeah, so I have. I'm
are you in the 8K right now?
So
yeah.
I'm on Edgar, so I have the S3 ASR, the 8A112B, which is the registration of securities. And then I have the 8Ks and the 10Q.
Yeah, it usually comes up. It should be in the 8K itself. Let me go to SEC. Let me go to the Edgar system real quick. Guys, if you guys don't know what Edgar's is, it's the electronic data gathering retrieval system that the SEC has. You can type in, when you go to SEC, just type in the letters, and then what it'll do is it'll give you everything you need on that company, whatever they filed throughout the day. So I wonder if it's here. Registration of securities. It's right here, the current report. So current report, modification.
Well, and I don't know if you caught this on the Form 8A on Edgar.
Yeah.
There is a part that says additional AMC preferred equity units. It says the company without the consent of holders.
What do you mean? Did I catch that? I made a whole video about that, Amy. What the hell?
You did? That's
yeah.
What they issue from time to time additional AMC preferred equity units.
Without the vote.
They don't need a vote for that.
Yeah, they don't need a vote at all. They can just do it. So yeah, I read all about it. Trust. Let's see, where is that here? So it wasn't on this form. Man, I read all these forms all day. What's wrong with you? How dare you doubt me? Nah. Let's see what
I wasn't doubting you.
Yes, ma'am. I stand corrected. Somebody requested. Let me get somebody up here real quick. Toby, I'm approving you, Toby. Welcome to the chat. Toby, full disclosure, you are given the table to speak. I don't care what you say. You can spit it however you need to. If you have any questions, get it out. But I appreciate your time, Toby. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. What's going on? Got to hit unmute, Toby. Unmute.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I don't come here much anymore. I mean, I hear too much, I guess, nonsense a lot of times. But I wanted to ask you guys, I just wanted to ask a couple of questions. And I mean, one of my questions to you is how you feel about DRS, direct registered shares.
Yeah, are we talking about AMC's DRS or GameStop DRS?
Either one, computer.
Okay.
Computer share.
Yeah.
Give me your take on computer share.
So computer share is just a transfer agent for these two stocks in particular. You can DRS your shares, which would in turn make them rightfully yours. I mean, just a track of it itself.
I know what it is.
Right. No, I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm just giving everybody a breakdown in case somebody didn't know who's in here. But the way I feel about it, I don't care either way. Whatever people choose to do is on them. If you think it gives you more secure feeling inside to DRS your shares, then more power to you. Some people are under the assumption or the belief that it will change the outcome of a potential stock. How can I put it? If there's any type of market manipulation on these two securities, I do not invest my money based off of market manipulation. So I'm not the guy to talk for DRS. I know a lot of people push it. I'm happy for them, but I don't care either way, however you do it. I will tell you this. I did an interview a while back, and it really opened my eyes. I did an interview with Cosmic Lightning Warrior. You guys all know him. He's a great motivator for GameStop at night for a lot of people, even during whenever he can do it. But he said something to me. He was like, "Hey, Marantz, do you DRS?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And right now, currently, guys, I have 40 shares DRS. Just so you're aware, 40. It's not much, but it's what I did just to throw something over there to see what it would be. They was like, "Oh, you're going to get a piece of paper in the mail in a week or whatever it may be." I'm still waiting. It hasn't come yet. But here's the point. He says to me, he goes, "Hey, Marantz, so what do you assume? They're like half your viewers are not DRS?" And I was like, "I would say that, at least half, whatever." He goes, "That's awesome." He's like, "Think about the number then. Because you got to think about how much of the free float we already have locked up. We have about 16 million, 17 million shares. And if that were the case, if the free float locked up over 50%, and that's only half of the viewers that have DRS, there's so many people who have not DRS. So it kind of tells you the writing's on the wall if that's going to be the case, if it is going to force the manipulation not to happen. But for me personally, I invest in GameStop purely off fundamentals, and that's been my stance from day one. I'm a real investor as far as the e-commerce portion of it, the platforms that they're using right now via the NFT marketplace, and that's the nature of it, and the leadership itself. So I'm not in it for anything else than that. I'm not telling you I want a squeeze to happen tomorrow, or I'm forcing it, or I'm trying to make it happen. I don't go about it that way. I love this company, I love the leadership, and that's why I'm involved in it. So that's just the truth of it, Toby.
I understand. I'm not a DRS guy. I dug into a lot of the information with them. They're really sketchy. I don't like nothing about it. And people really need to look into the real situation with these companies, because they have no idea what they're dealing with computer share. And, I really feel bad for the people that do put it in there, because just like what they just done, they limit your price on what your limit could be.
Okay.
So that just goes to show you how sketchy they are.
All right, so I'll let you always say your piece like that, Toby. Like for me personally, I don't give out financial advice, so I'm not going to tell anyone what not to do or be careful on that end. I will say this though to you, I can't just blanket that way. They have percentages of increase that you can write your buy order for, or your sell order, however you want to do it. It doesn't matter, because as the price goes up, if you ever think it's going to go to infinity or wherever it's going to go to, those percentages will go with it as well. So they're not limiting what you can do. They're just limiting what you can currently price it at right now. I just want to clear that up. But I don't feel a certain way about it either way. You obviously feel a certain way about it, but I won't ever put the warnings out there for that. People can DRS if they want. I mean, it's not gonna hurt them. I don't think.
agree with you on that.
But my opinion is, I don't think it's gonna hurt you. That's my opinion. And I mean, we all have opinions at this point.
I don't think it's gonna help you neither. And it's just my opinion.
Yeah, I hear
just
you.
like you, I'll tell you right now, I've been doing this for 20 years also, okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. As far as all of these brokers and, I heard you guys talk about, well, there's not no naked shares or the synthetic shares, or there's not so many of them and so on. I just believe in that, but that's my opinion. Everybody has their opinion, and I'll tell you another thing. Okay, it's just like they ran the market up for the last 10 years. Okay, they got control. All these brokers, all these hedge funds, all these companies out here, they drove these markets up. Non-fundamental companies, fundamental companies, they control all of this. Okay, I'll say right now though that they are in one heck of a twist right now with GME and AMC, and they know it. And we're going to see, because the time is going to come, and it will happen, no matter what people get on here on Twitter and say, okay, because their hands are tied. And this is one thing that I said back probably months ago, that this is what Adam Aaron had in his back pocket as far as these shares and a split coming out. And you know what? Hey, look, like I said, that's my opinion.
Oh, I just laugh to myself because it's like people think like he's some genius or something. Like it's not that. It has nothing to do with that.
Let me ask you this. Okay,
Yeah.
Give me your opinion on this. Okay,
Sure.
He's putting out 516 million shares, right? Preferred shares, whatever you want to call them, common shares.
Yeah, there's a big difference. There's a big difference.
Okay, well, just hear me out. So now these shares is only gonna be this amount. Now, and I might be wrong, but from my understanding, this whole deal is that they're not gonna be option traded. They're not gonna be able to be short sold. So there's not anything that they can create of these 8 shares. So in this case, and if this is correct, somebody's got to come up with these 8 shares if, in fact, that there is synthetic shares. Okay? And the only way that they're going to be able to do that is if they buy an 8 share. Okay? Now, if nobody's buying 8 shares, okay, or let's say nobody's selling 8 shares, or very few people are selling them, the price on the 8 shares is going to definitely go up, because they're going to have a certain time, or they're going to be legally, or say somehow or another, something's going to step in, and they're going to be caught with selling naked illegal shares. So am I seeing this correctly, or is this something I'm not seeing the right way?
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll do the best I can, I should say. One, I'm a big fundamental guy, right? Like I can't tell you what's fact. I don't talk about things that are not documented. So, the supply and demand for an ape unit, with the value of it, you gotta help me out with that. I mean, it's derived from the value of AMC, the company. So why would I buy an ape unit more so than buy an AMC stock?
Because you have to fill in all of the 8 synthetic shares. Where are they going to get? If you have $1 billion.
What if you don't?
But what if you do? Let's just say, what if you do?
What if you don't?
Okay. If you do, where are you going to get these 8 shares from?
No. Well,
there's only one place you can get them.
You think so?
So where are you going to get? You only have 516 million out there. Where are you going to get the other 516 million?
I'll play your advocate for you. I'll be devil advocate for you. Okay. There were no shares available for AMC. Did you know that? There was like no shares available to the public.
But
no. I'm trying to make a point, Toby.
They can make synthetic shares.
Toby, I'm trying to make a point for you. Toby, I'm doing something for you, Toby. I'm gonna help you. Okay. I'm gonna do it all without muting you. I'm gonna do the best I can. So there were no shares available of AMC anywhere in the markets. This is back in May and June of last year. And you know what Adam Aaron did? He made shares available.
I've been following.
Yeah, good. He made shares available, and he sold them to the hedge funds directly, to the shorters directly. Okay. So if you needed ape, I'm just asking you. I'm going off a track record here. If you needed more ape units, right, preferred units, where can I go get some? I can go somewhere where they can make infinite amount because they can, and they don't need your vote to do it. And when they do that, okay, I'm just telling you, man, I'm go off a track record. When they do that, the value of your coin goes down. The value of your unit goes down. The value of the stock goes down. But
that's not what I understood from him as far as the ape shares, because from what I understood is we had to vote on that.
You don't have to vote at anything. Did you not just hear what Amy said? I've already accepted Amy 2 times.
I'm telling you what I had heard. I'm just telling you what I heard with him.
No, I pulled Amy up, but here's the thing. On this one, just so you're aware, and I already talked about this in detail, it clearly states that you do not need the voters' approval to invent more ape units. They can literally make them up out of thin air, but the value of them gets deprived from the equity within AMC stock and said ape units. So it will be divided by however many ape units you have, but they can make them up on the spot. So where are you going to get them from? It's going to happen. Yes, ma'am.
They can make them up on the spot.
Yep.
And if you scroll down on the 8A, it says that they are going to be under same-day settlement through the DTC.
So he doesn't say anything about that the shareholders have to vote in there too?
No.
I mean, I've seen that. I've read the thing that he had, and I did see that in there.
So there is something in there.
You have a vote on.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can you sit there and say that we don't?
Listen, the only thing you have a vote on is the conversion to Class A common shares of AMC. So your ape is convertible to Class A of AMC shares.
Yep.
That's what you have a vote on.
That's not what he said in that call.
It's exactly what he said in the call.
Absolutely.
No.
Yes, hold on.
You have no say on him having the ability to
Hey, Toby, I have the form open right now on YouTube, literally, and I'm highlighting everything that it says. And I'm just letting you know this, okay? Just so you're clearly aware. The ability from the ape, well, we don't want to call it, if you want to call it ape, you can. The AMC preferred equity is that it can convert to a common A stock dependent on a vote from the shareholders. It can change into a common A stock unit. Now, will it do that without a voter approval? No. But how many votes does it take? 51% of the votes. Guess where you can get more votes? Guess. From the ape unit itself. Guess who can invent infinity amount of apes? Well, up to 5 billion, I should say. But now I want you to read this SEC filing that I'm looking at right now. I'm literally looking at it. And it states right here, pursuant, that they are consisting of preferred stock 10 million shares. AMC just released 10 million shares of preferred stock, which preferred stock holds 100 votes per share. Do you understand? They have right now $1 billion worth of votes in their hands right now. AMC, the board of directors, right now. You are
which outweighs your vote.
You are not reading the writing on the wall, Toby. That's why I have this space call right now, because you're being misled based off of you're not even being misled. Did you know Adam Aaron has not lied? He did not lie this earnings call. He didn't lie.
No.
He went out there and he told you what he's going to do. He told you how he's going to do it, and you're going to eat it.
Yeah,
you're going to eat it.
He begged you in the end to read these.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because
what the hell?
I'll tell you right
wait
now,
and see.
I'm going to stay here till the end myself.
Good luck, Toby.
I just want to say this, okay?
Good luck.
I'm reading this from the 8A. That says additional AMC preferred equity units.
Yep.
The company, without the consent of holders of AMC preferred equity units, may issue from time to time additional AMC preferred equity units that will form part of the same series of security. That is right here. I'm reading it on the form. They do not need your consent.
Nope.
They can do it whenever they please. And the only thing that you have a vote on,
that to the top?
I don't know how to
The
post
only
them
thing
to
that
the
you
nest.
I will post it on my
Okay.
Twitter. But the only thing that you have a vote on is the conversion of APE units to Class A Common of AMC. That is all you have a vote on. And to convert, you have to give them authorized shares of AMC. You have to give the company the equitable,
To turn 8 into AMC.
Yes, you can.
That's right.
But you have to give them the exact same amount in authorized shares.
But I'm just letting you know, you don't even have to do that. You know that, right? You don't even have to do that. Like they literally will.
Well, and that was the second part. Sorry, Moritz. That was the second part that I was trying to tell you is that they have it in this filing that it's going to be same-day settlement. So you remember on GME that there was a 2-day settlement, and there's been a lot of discussion about this 2-day settlement around these APE units. But it says as long as the AMC preferred equity units are held through DTC or its nominee, if applicable, the AMC preferred equity units will trade in the DTC's same-day fund settlement system.
Awesome.
DTC requires secondary market trading activity in AMC preferred equity units to settle in immediately available funds. This requirement may affect trading activity in the AMC preferred equity units. That's important.
Hey, so do you guys think that GME doing the split was bad too?
No, it's totally different. It's totally different. They're not even the same parallel. But we're not talking about GME right now. I wish I could, but this is AMC safe space, babe. I'm doing my best, Toby. Hey, Toby, I don't know if you watch YouTube at all. You can go to Marantz Rants on YouTube, my YouTube channel. It's actually live right now, and I have it highlighted. I have it on the screen. It says additional AMC preferred equity units. The company, without the consent of holders of the AMC preferred units, may issue from time to time additional AMC preferred equity units that will form in part of the same security, same series security. So they can do it without you, and that's the plan. So when you see a price running up or you see an explosion on the price, just know that they're watching it too. They're watching it too, and at any time, if they could get some debt out of you, get some liquidity out of you, pump it out of you, only one person holds your squeeze in their hand, and that's Adam Aaron at this moment in time. And he'd rather.
They want you to pump it up.
Yeah.
They want you to pump it up so they can offer them higher.
That's all it's going to come out to.
They want you to do.
Now, before I grab Eric out of the check, because Eric's back. Eric's back again. Eric's back. He has no friends. Guess who's back? 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 Hey, Eric, you're not up, though. I'm going to go with Shay Sanders, okay? Shay's waiting here in the chat. I'm going to get Shay in here right now. Shay, if you can unmute yourself, it says you're connecting and not connecting. Connecting and not connecting. But I want to give Shay a chance to be the best that she can be. Shay, go ahead and unmute yourself if you can, Shay, because I got you. If you can't connect, it's okay. Shay Sanders, are you there? I wish that these party chat lines worked better, Amy. You know how many Spaces calls we've been involved in my lifetime, and they just like shit out? It's gross. Anyway, thanks again, Toby, for your input. I hope you do diamond hand it all the way to the ground, but that's just your own prerogative. Eric, you're up. Eric, what you got, bro?
Oh, jeez. All right.
You're gonna love me when it's done, Eric.
Guys, so
you're gonna
there's
love
gonna
me.
Be a share count. That's what you're leaving out. There's a share count after the initial apes are put out there, right? Then after we vote for the IPO to release more shares, and you are correct.
You don't have
You don't. What do you mean vote?
Stop interrupting me, Amy.
What do you mean vote? Hey, don't get so hostile, Eric.
Please, do you want to hear me or not? I mean, you want to hear this
it's
or
subject.
not? I'm not even done. I got 3 more sentences.
No, it's okay, Eric. Eric, get out the information, Eric. Get it out. Come on. Choke it out. I'm
It's
good.
out. It's out. Memorized, interpreted.
I said get it out. Go.
Okay. So once that vote happens and the IPO happens and they can issue more ape, the voting rights revert back to the shares that were counted, which are ours, and that's it.
Okay.
Now they raise liquidity, the stock price goes up, the conversions happen, they release more, pay off their bills, and we are rich.
You're
It's
rich.
that simple.
Oh, who's buying it? How are you rich?
Everybody's buying it.
Okay.
Everybody.
Everybody. I love it. Hey, so did you watch on YouTube right now? I have the filings open, and just so you're aware, okay, because you say you own it, you have the votes or whatever it may be. They went ahead and released 10 million shares of preferred stock. Are you familiar with what that means?
I know exactly what preferred stock is.
Okay. Do you know how many votes a preferred stock unit has?
I think it varies, but 100.
100.
Yeah, 100. So
Yeah, it definitely doesn't vary.
it doesn't vary.
But
It's 100.
There's a part that you're leaving out, that the 8 equity units are only 1/100th of a preferred share.
Yes.
I know.
Of a preferred
That's
stock.
the beautiful thing about it.
No.
That's not beautiful.
That's not beautiful.
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay, Eric, keep it down. We're going to let Shay do her thing. Hey, Shay, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. It's your floor. Go ahead, Shay.
Hey, yeah, I think that 1,000,000,008 is part of the 516 that are going to get dividend out is part of that 1,000,000,008 that you guys are referring to. So let's just start with that.
Sure.
So act like, 1 million voting rights go just to AA. That's not accurate. It's 516 goes dividend out to the shareholders on the 19th, and the other 484 he has the ability. Technically, yes, the ability. He can. That don't mean he will. He does have the ability to do so. Secondly, Mark, I think what's the host's name? I'm sorry.
Marantz.
Marantz. Yeah, you said something about back in May and June how the shorts went directly to AA and got the shares that they needed to cover their short position.
Well, I don't know if they did that, but they went and got more shares. I can tell you that.
No, they did. They definitely did.
Yeah.
That's what you said. Mother called.
Yeah.
And got shares at $27.
Yeah. I know. I don't like to call them shorts, though.
The stock didn't drop; it ran to 72. So I wanted to put those 2 points out, so that the 1,516,000,000 goes to us in a dividend, and that when AA had done this in the past, as you claim, the stock ran up to 72.
So we should just dilute the whole time. No, thank you, Shay. I love that. The idea is we should dilute the whole way. So, okay. So I want to explain something to you guys. If
that stock, if it runs the price up, who gives a shit?
you obviously don't, but when the company files for bankruptcy, you'll figure it out.
What does that do for your shareholder value, though?
Yeah. Hey, Shay, no, I got a question. Did you sell? Did you sell, Shay?
My stock went up.
I know, but did you sell?
But what happened after? What happened after? It's at what? It's at $22. So where's
this is where they try to cut you down.
Where's your shareholder value from the stock going up?
I don't know. I'm in the green right now, so I don't know what you say.
Oh no, I got a question, Shay. Shay, how are you in the green? I'm curious. No, I just want to know, how are you in the green?
Averaging down, obviously.
Averaging down. So you've been buying it when? I'm just from what point did you start buying? Green at 22.
No, yeah.
Okay.
The problem is that apes are a lot smarter than you guys think.
Yeah, boy, they think we're stupid, boy. It's really.
I just heard a lot of incorrect English there, but okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is this has increased the share count to 517 million, correct? So as you say, when he did the offerings and when he bailed Mudrick out of his $40 naked calls,
yep.
Where is your shareholder value now? That the float is now 517 million. Where's your shareholder value now? What are your shares worth?
So let me ask you something. Would you guys say that it's okay to do naked shares and dilute?
What naked shares are you talking about, brother? I don't speak this language. I only do stuff that's documented.
Synthetic shares out there. It's funny that you guys can sit here.
Yep.
Okay. And say that there's no synthetic shares.
Mm.
Okay. And the price is driven down with people constantly buying. Okay. And just like you said earlier, Marantz.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You said he went there was no shares out there to buy and so on. They went to Adam Aaron and got more shares.
Yep.
But not at one point did you ever say that they could make up these naked shares.
Nope, I'll never say that.
Can you agree that they can be doing that?
No. I can't
you don't
agree.
agree that they can be doing that?
Because it's criminal. Like, you believe everything Adam Aaron says, right?
I don't know about believe everything.
Okay, let me do it to you this way. I'm going to do it to you this way. I have an NFT I want to give you, Toby. I hope you have a wallet. It's free. And because I NFT'd the tweet where Adam Aaron says for the 6th time after the audits, there are only 516 shares, 516 million shares out there. He said it again and again and again, and no one believes him.
Of course, he's
Here you go. Obligated to tell you the truth.
Not to be able to say he made note. I got a feeling.
Ooh, I'm gonna invest off a feeling. Hold on, I'm listening.
He knows exactly how many synthetic shares are out there.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Are you sure about that?
He has said 3 times. He has said
I'm just saying I got a feeling.
Hey, Toby, let me. No. Clear the slate here. Hold on, guys. Stop for a minute.
Reliable
evidence.
He said there is no evidence.
No, he said reliable, Amy. Look at.
Hey, calm down, Shay. You get too excited, okay? I'm going to help you guys out with something. If he knows, as you put it, Toby, that there are synthetics out there, and this stock's manipulated beyond belief, why did he allow himself, his children, and every insider to sell every single share they own? Why did he lift the clause for the amount of shares that they have to hold on hand? Why was it open season on selling? They had 8 transactions over the last 7 years of insider selling, period. There was no insiders that did a transaction of sales other than 7 total. And now you have 43 total transactions in the last 18 months. And you think it's because he knows there's synthetics. And if that were the case, young man, then what? He's making the worst business decision of his life? You guys are giving this man far too much credit and not enough due diligence. You've done none. You all say the same echo chamber thing. I've played telephone when I was 20. Not 20. I played telephone when I was like 5, 6, and 7. And we used to start the conversation with one common phrase. And then by the time it went around to about 30 people, that phrase changed. And that's exactly what's happened here. This is classic, guys. This is elementary. If you don't understand plus and minuses, and the reason why you say, Shay, out loud, you say, hey, my stock went up, that's all I care about. Well, then you don't care about the company and you don't care about the movement that it is. If you're here for share manipulation or the market's getting reset or fair markets or whatever you claim, good luck to you. Stand on top of that. But this is not where it ends. This is not where it helps because your CEO has a fast track to dilute the equity within the company. You guys think it's a better buy. I would ask you, 2 shares of AMC or 1 share of GameStop. We'll stop it right there. That's the value right now. The floats are entirely different. The leadership's entirely different. The business model's entirely different. But you think it's the same play. I give you guys this platform. I give you guys this opportunity to come up here and speak. But when you do that, do things that are documented, do things that are factual. This is a real conversation to have, and not because I want you not to invest into something. Shit, invest into AMC all goddamn day, guys. Do it if you believe in the company, if you believe in the leadership, if you believe in where it will be in 2029. But in 2023, they're cash broke. In 2026, they don't have $3.3 billion cash that is needed. So I wish you the best of luck. I really do. I'm going to pull up some more speakers in here because I have other people requesting. But if you don't know the numbers, Shay, if you haven't done the due diligence, I'll call you out every day of the week. You, Eric, and Toby can all dream about what might happen. But I'm telling you what is going to happen. I've yet to be wrong in a year and a half about this stock and about this man. I'm just letting you know that. I'm still right. And it's not going to change because it's documented. I don't care. I don't care one bit. I'm going to give you a chance to come up here and say your shit after I unmute everybody. But I love you guys. I wish that you understood how safe this space is. It's AMC Safe Space, and welcome to it. Now raise your hand.
I do want to read an amendment that in
Go
this
for it, Amy.
filing that you sent me and that
Yes.
I'm not sure if you hit on.
Yeah.
So there's an amendment to the Certificate of Incorporation increasing the number of shares of common stock that the corporation is authorized to issue from 525 million 173,073 to such higher number of authorized shares of common stock as the board may at any time determine in its sole discretion.
Yep.
Which amount shall be not less than an amount sufficient to effect the conversion of the then outstanding shares of preferred stock into common stock.
What did he say? What did he say? He said, read it carefully, guys. You know I'm going to go read all this right now and make another video. Oh.
That number, 1,173,073, happens to be more than the 516 million that he is distributing to shareholders.
Correct. Remember, you can't make money off of ape equity units unless you have them, and they don't have any. So they have to give themselves some to sell. And if everyone's okay with paying AMC's huge debt from 2018, well, that's exactly what you're doing. And then you're a real freedom fighter. But there will be no squeeze. There will be no run other than this week. It's not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen. This price could go up and down all you want it to. Are you selling? And if you are, well then you're really not the one for this. But I'm going to go ahead and give the floor right now. I actually have two requests. I know, Shay, you want to talk again, but it's hard for me to hear you through the static. So just give me a second, and I'll get you up in here, Shay. But right now to speak is going to be Bedstain. Bedstain, the floor is yours. We will not mute you. We'll let you say whatever you got to say, brother. Go ahead. Great name, by the way. You got to unmute yourself, Bedstain, and you're good to go. Well, Bedstain did. There you go, Bedstain. I'm here. Go for it, brother.
Do you have an echo?
No, you're absolutely perfect. You sound amazing.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Are they splitting the market capital of AMC to produce another ticker?
Yes.
Or are they doing an IPO?
It's the same.
It's not an IPO.
It's not an IPO. It's just a straight split.
There's no business. Yeah, there's no business behind Ape. There's no balance sheet. There's no CEO.
Yeah.
Its value is derived from AMC. So essentially, on the 22nd, when you all get your dividend, AMC, and Marantz, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but from reading these filings, to my understanding, AMC is going to basically split in half, right? So if it's trading at $20 on Friday, on Monday it's going to be trading at 10.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be trading. AMC will be trading at 10. Ape will be trading at 10. So the value doesn't change because you'll have your AMC and you'll have your Ape, right? Which is the $20 share price. But the share that what it's trading for on the 22nd will be basically split in half.
Yeah, and the other part about that is, just to cut in, would be the Ape unit's going to be treated almost like a cryptocurrency, where you're going to be able to go in and pump it if you want, but it's all at risk because there's nothing backing it.
That's what he wants.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Right.
that's what he wants. So it's going to happen. Like, these guys don't understand how this is going to happen, but as it pumps off, that's when you pounce. It's like playing a game of, I don't know, like gambling basically. Like, I'm gonna wait till this gets all the way to the end, and then I'm gonna get out of it. He's playing his own field, and it's gonna be fun to watch. I'll watch it, but obviously I won't be touching it. But anyone who owns an Ape unit, good for them. I don't understand how they don't see what's going to happen to it, the value of it. But if you can get something out of it, man, let's say if you have 1,000 shares of AMC, and you get 1,000 Ape, and that shit runs, $30. Take that 30 grand and run. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for, because it's not going to go any higher than the shares were going, only because he has control of what dollar point it gets to. So $1,000, at $1,000, guys, he can pay off his debt. So let it run to 1,000. How do you get there? He has to have some to sell. So we can run, but the minute it runs and he produces more, that dilutes that value. So he has to sell off his own, and it looks like he's already developing a way to do that by having the 10 million preferred shares out there. The preferred shares are worth 100 votes, guys. That is wild when you really think about it. That means the power is out of your hands. I don't care how much retail thinks they own, and they're doing this to protect themselves, without a doubt. So I'm still reading, just like you, Amy, everything 10 times over to really understand it. But apparently, a lot of people read this and did not understand the verbiage. Vlad has been here go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to point out real quick. So, in the filings, if you do read them, it says in big bold letters, investors who trade during this period should consult with their broker, okay, so that you fully understand it. That's one thing, right? So, I also want to make sure that people understand that the preferred stock, right, because you're getting preferred equity units, which are 1/100th of a preferred stock. The preferred stock is not being listed. The only thing that's being listed is the preferred equity units.
Yeah.
So the preferred stock that he has to sell isn't, you'll have no access to that.
And all it is 10 million shares. 10 million shares. Do you guys, anybody could come up and buy that. That's nothing.
Correct.
And you would have full control.
I'm going to run, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Toby.
That is how I'm.
Yeah, hey, look, I never did see that stuff. Amy was supposed to post up there.
Yeah, Toby, no, but if you go to YouTube, it's going to be up forever, man. You're on the video right now, and I thank you for your contributions to the show, but it's there.
I'm going to read this for Eric, who says that's not how it works. So, trading of the AMC preferred equity units on the New York Stock Exchange will commence on August 22nd, 2022. That's the ex-dividend date.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, holders of common stock will no longer be entitled to receive the AMC preferred equity unit dividend. The preferred stock will not be listed. It is right here for you to read.
Hey, that's not how it works.
It says that those 10 million preferred stock is going to be in a depository with ComputerShare that are going to issue out these certificates to be the APE units. So again, though, that 10 million preferred that you are speaking about is what becomes the APE unit, and 516 million of those get dividend out to the existing shareholders.
Oh, you're so good, Shay. You're so good.
That's actually not.
That is what it says verbatim. Read it on the S3. You can see the first page.
Can you mute her, please?
I mean,
August 4th, 2022, in connection with the special dividend described below, the Compensation Committee of the Board of Directors of the company approved an equitable adjustment of awards outstanding under the company's 2013 Equity Incentive Plan and certain corresponding amendments to the plan. In accordance with the terms of the plan and effective upon payment of the dividend, each restricted stock unit outstanding under the plan as of the close of business on August 15th, 2022, will be equitably adjusted to consist of an RSU convertible into one share of common stock and one AMC preferred equity unit, and each performance stock unit, PSU, outstanding under the plan as of the close of business on August 15th, 2022, will be equitably adjusted to consist of a PSU convertible into one share of common stock and one AMC preferred equity unit. All other terms and conditions of outstanding RSUs and PSUs, including vesting, forfeiture, and acceleration provisions, and with respect to PSUs, performance goals that are applicable to outstanding RSUs and PSUs prior to the equitable adjustment, will continue to apply. These 10 million are part of their comp plan that you guys said, nope, we're not going to approve your rates.
That's accurate.
It has nothing to do with
read the first
dividend.
page of the AMC.
These are separate. This is a separate filing for a separate amount outside of your special dividend. You have not.
Yes, I.
Hey, Shay.
I've read all.
Shay, hold on, Shay. Shay, hold on. Hold on. I know I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you do your thing with your broken phone. But I got to read you a message from YouTube. Okay? So this message is coming from YouTube, and it says, Shay, you have a fan, Shay. It says, Shay, I want you to invest in my company, beachfront property in Idaho, since you like being scammed. That's all they said. I just want to pass it on to you. But all right, go ahead. You can go now.
You know, so this already tells me the merit of you.
Yeah, you know me. I'm just reading the chat, girl. Don't judge me. I'm reading the chat.
That was how relevant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't think this is here for helpfulness or understanding.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You have a great day.
But you're giving
everybody
you want to be true,
or not.
and we're giving information that is true.
Filings yourselves. And
There you go, Shay. I actually gave you a platform to talk, Shay. Hey, Shay, do me a favor. Read and then comprehend. That's the difference. Reading comprehension is lacking Vlad Getaway. Vlad's Getaway. You have been in this chat for a while now, and I have not called on you. And I want to call on you, Vlad. The floor is yours. You can do what you got to do. Get it out.
Hey guys, thanks for having me up. One thing about the whole ape movement was like supposed to be for retail, like the market working for retail, and that retail has kind of always been like second class, on Wall Street. And one of the reasons my friends and family like started getting out of AMC, a lot of it had to do with executive compensation. Shouldn't that? I'm really wondering, like, people that are still bullish on AMC, if they're comfortable with insiders getting, like, how much is Adam taking in?
60 million last year. 60 million. 60.
60 million. Yeah.
So he loses for like 5 years straight.
Yeah.
Like, loses the company money, and then he pockets, like,
Well, he was
insane amount of cash.
he was hardly losing. His CEO pay was at least $1 million.
Well,
Oh, I don't mean personally.
Some other company.
About, like, at his position as CEO.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and I understand the reasoning, the rationale behind it. So if you could run a company to the ground and still get paid millions of dollars, and I always equate it to like Cinemark, right? Like I love movies, and I always want to go with Cinemark only because the CEO bought shares during the pandemic. Like he actually took his own money, bought shares, and made sure his employees were taken care of first. And it's one of the things you do as a leader. You always take care of your employees, or you always take care of your soldiers. If you're like a sergeant, whatever it may be, like they eat first. Your children always eat before you, whatever it may be. And in this case, Adam Aaron ate before everyone else, right? He has millions of investors, and he feeds them propaganda. He feeds them popcorn dreams, free NFTs, his investment ideas, and all those things are not tangible. Like you can't really make a profit off of them. And he knows these guys are knee deep in it, but he'd rather you believe the facade that movie theaters are coming back to where they were, and they're just not. I don't care how much money Top Gun makes. The margin for profit is minimal. It could be 1.1 billion on the box office. How much is yours? Secondly, you have inflation upon you. We live with inflation in front of us. So you can take 12% right off the top. Now how much are you really up? And then when you see the foot traffic is down and you see overall, what do? We stay home? We stream? We do whatever we can? Sure, I want to go to the movies. But you get to choose where you go. So if you want to go to Regal, you want to go to Cinemark, or you want to go to AMC, it's your prerogative. But understand those executives are not, well, like you're saying, just, I don't want to use the word rape, but they're not just taking advantage of investors like this one is like it's happening right now. You've never seen something like this a day in your life. Yeah, correct. But anyway, keep going,
One
Beth.
thing I wanted to ask is how representative of the market is this behavior?
Oh, it's unprecedented.
It's not. It's unprecedented. I've never heard a CEO speak the way that he does. And like the whole like today we pass, like that whole call, that whole like earnings call was unlike anything I've ever heard before.
It almost.
I was referring to the compensation packages.
Oh yeah, no. Well, a lot of CEOs make a lot of crazy money. To be honest with you, a lot of people are like over. But when have you ever seen a CFO make the money that Sean Goodman's making? Sean Goodman has a salary of $400,000, now $700,000, and he made $20 million the last 2 years. He's only been in the company 19 months, and he's made over $20 million on a failed company.
What did he make on HYMC? Like,
Yeah, he's on the board of directors.
Yeah.
He's doing all right. But hey, I have Bedstain here now. Bedstain, we're gonna go unmute you. You ready to go?
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
So day one of this split, I don't own AMC. I'm just gonna put that out there. But
Congratulations.
Day one of this split. The brokers, because Fintel says it's 18%, so they're out of 516 million shares, they're gonna be short that 18%, right?
So that was
they're going to have to go to somebody for those shares, right?
No, they're not. All it means, all that's going to happen is that if you're short AMC, they will in turn be short APE.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you can be short APE.
They're going to go. They can go directly to the board of directors to get those shares, those 92.8 million shares. And if people think they're going to go straight into the market to get these shares, they're fooling themselves.
They don't even have to go into the market,
why
though.
Why would AMC give up that profit of 92.8 million shares by just diluting Ape? You know what I mean? Because they're going to be STDs. They got 2 days to clear it, right? Before, well, they got the T+2 and then plus 35, right? So you really wouldn't know whether or not the AMC went and diluted until T+37 off of the split, right?
No, I mean, you probably wouldn't even know then.
No.
No, you wouldn't even know then, Bedstain, because you don't have to return it to someone. Like, we can all agree that half of this stuff is, I'll put it to you this way. Every single stock that's available to be short is short. Does that mean, you understand? Because everything's 100% owned. Yeah. So there's always something short, always something not delivered, always something out there. But is it going to put feet to the fire? Absolutely not. At what price point? What price point can I pay a $500 million float? At what price? 500 million shares. What price do I owe?
I mean, the price is going to split in half on day of the dividend. So if they wanted to cover it, they'll be able to cover for a hell of a lot less.
So with this split, they have infinite AMC shares with obvious shareholder. They lose the vote, and then they have the board of directors has the ability to 100% dilute and transfer shares over to AMC.
Yeah. So let me rephrase all that right now. One, they didn't lose a vote. Nobody voted on a share dilution. Okay. They knew that they couldn't go to vote, because if you even put it up for vote, you would lose everything. You would lose all sentimental value towards individual investors who are in it for a squeeze, because that would then put up the red flag.
I don't think that wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan. He saw the sentiment around what did he ask for? 500 million shares. He saw the sentiment around it. That was a business decision, right? He said, "Oh shit! If I keep pushing this, I'm going to lose these people." So he pulled it because he needed to hang on to the retail to the apes. That's why he pulled it.
Pulled it so that he could sell. I'm just going to tell you right now, and that's just it, because he did sell on the backside of that. But not to cut you off, Bedstain, I'm going to tell it to you like this. How many times have you pushed buttons, with your spouse? Like I ask my wife all the time, "Hey babe, I'm gonna go make one more video. I'm gonna go do one more thing, whatever." And I always push it until I can't. Until I gotta cut it off, and I'm like, "Yo, all right, I pushed it far enough. I gotta go and I gotta do whatever the list is around the house." Same shit's the same way, guys. He's pushing retail as far as he can, and then he sprinkles it on, man. Like if you sprinkle sugar on shit, it still tastes like shit. And that's exactly what you see right now in this stock. So the company is being
it's a gift wrap. It's a gift wrap box of dog shit.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild, guys.
But it's got pretty wrapping.
Yeah, I like the way you say that, Amy.
So when it splits, they're completely disconnected. The AMC price is its own, and the A price is its own.
After, yeah.
Well, but the value will be the same as an AMC share, right? Because the only way that
the initial value, yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, but let me ask you something.
But then that value goes back into AMC upon conversion, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does the SEC allow a security to be that's voting power can affect another security if that security is infinitely dilutable?
Yeah, you're asking the right questions, but
why would they care? They're gonna get listing fees. Why do they? That's.
It's not about the SEC. It's why would the company allow itself to do it? Right? You're gonna lose all trust. You're gonna see like a Robinhood-esque type trust situation happen. Robinhood's not a bad company. It actually is profitable. It can make money if it had people that believed in it, but it lost the public trust. Imagine when AMC loses the public trust. What can happen here? Adam Aron has to hang on for 3 more years. His shares will vest completely in 3 years, right? Watch this track record. When is the AMC debt due? 2026, $3.3 billion is due up front, cash. He won't be around for it. He'll be 70 years old, right on the money. He'll be out of the way. You'll see.
He might be around. He might dilute Ape so bad, pay off all the debts of AMC, and then go back and do a buyback after the price is damn near $1.
What are you going to buy back with? You don't have any cash.
Well, if they dilute Ape enough,
they would have to pay their bills.
They yeah, they'll pay their bills, and then maybe I have enough to buy it back. But
No.
by then, it'll be worthless.
You got to understand, it's a losing proposition. They lose money. They've lost $600 million cash this year alone already. There is no profitability coming. I wish.
I don't see it as a good investment.
No, I thank you. I thank you for your timing on that. Yeah, I got you. Hey, I got a couple of more. I know I've been here all day. I've been here for 2.5 hours. I know you guys have been here with me. I got a couple more requested speakers. You guys can come up if you guys want to talk. Even if you want to talk, yo, shit, I don't mind you doing it. You can come on up and do your thing. But I appreciate everyone that's in here right now. We are live on YouTube, and we are live here as well. And it's Morant's Rants, and of course, Amy being a guest. And anyone else who wants to come up and talk, you can. And Dizzy is back, but Dizzy's been having issues connecting, but it's okay. Go ahead, Sergio. You're up. Yes, sir.
Morant, I see a lot of people talking about the squeeze and the squeeze and the squeeze. The reason I'm invested in GME is not because I'm looking for a squeeze. I'm looking because it's a company that's moving forward into a tech company. Now, and you believe AMC and GME is going to squeeze, then why would you invest your money into a company that's going to keep diluting, not coming out of debt, instead of investing into a company that is debt-free and moving forward? So let's say the squeeze doesn't happen, you're still making profit off of a company that's moving forward, debt-free.
Yeah, I agree. So I want to explain something to you guys. I had somebody tell me this yesterday, and it was so perfect. It was like right on point. And it says here, it says there's good dilution and bad dilution, right? And I'm going to read the quote. I have it up on my screen. It's from Adam Aaron, and he writes, "Biggest FUD of all on dilution. Some misunderstanding or trying to scaring you." I don't even know if he knows how to spell English right now. "There's bad dilution and good dilution. If added liquidity gained from dilution is wasted, it's bad. However, if wisely handled, it is good. Indeed, for AMC in 2021, it was actually great for our shareholders." Okay, one, shareholder, it was not good for our shareholders, because if that were the case, why did they sell all their shares? Two, if you are holding on to your shares from 2021 and you bought it, it was elevated above the $22 plateau that it's at right now most of the year, over 6 months of the year. So I don't understand where he's coming from with this, but the word dilution should be the one that we focus on. Any dilution, whether it's good or bad, in theory, is dilution. And those are trigger words for some people that are trying to provoke a squeeze. You will not see it on this front. So it's the God's honest truth. But to play back onto what someone said earlier, they want to see what happens. Well, I'm in it. I just want to see what happens. That's okay. You really can. If you ever see somebody doing like a mass shooting, just stand around and see what happens. Because that's exactly what's happening. I know it's a poor analogy, but in my case, good equity or bad equity, whatever he's saying, good dilution and bad dilution. In this case, it's the biggest FUD of all for himself. They actually have a cash burn, guys, from $2 billion a year ago, I'm sorry. $2 billion, all the way down to $800 million available dollars to you. They have lost $1.2 billion in actual cash on hand. I don't think people understand how bad it is. $1.2 billion, and you've had the whole world going to your movie theater, supposedly. But go ahead.
Well, and the very simple fact is, if the company was making money, there would be no reason to dilute.
Correct.
That's the truth.
Absolutely correct. God, that's so good. Thank you, Amy. Hey, next up in the chat here is Nabiliolo, whatever your hell your name is, Inspector Will Travel. How you doing? Yeah, I'm down with it. Go ahead. What's going on, brother?
Hey, sorry, I had to unmute, but the thing I keep coming back to with this whole dividend thing is how slick Adam Aaron is. I mean, you see even pretty respectable FinTwit accounts that I follow, like technical analysis type guys that I follow, who have been schnookered by this whole thing, and they seem to. There's so many people repeating the idea that the shorts are in trouble now because they're going to have to cover some sort of monetary dividend owed to the long side, and they'll have to close their positions out. And I can't see how this is anything but a non-event for shorts. And I'm not saying the stock can't run for technical reasons in the next couple of days, but this is just a stock split, and it's going to do the same thing most stock splits do. So how is Adam Aaron getting so many people, even respectable people, to be schnookered by the nonsense?
Apollo Global. The man is a PE specialist. He knows how to get people to give them their money.
Amazing.
He knows how to make it.
Yeah, without a doubt, guys. I mean, these guys are not CEOs of Fortune 500 companies and or billion-dollar companies overnight for no reason, right? They're planted there for a reason. And if you think like a couple of good YouTubers are out there just pumping out info, everyone has an agenda. There's so many good people out there that don't get views, that don't get a following, and you're like, well, damn, they're good. They know what they're talking about, and it's whoever they want to put in front of you. So when you see a CEO put in front of you, I mean, shit, when was the last time you ever heard a public announcement from Craig Jelnick? Right? You even know who he is? Any of you? Craig Jelnick's the CEO of Costco. It's one of my main investments. I go look at the board of directors, Charlie Munger. Is any one of these guys talking about Costco at any time? The stock price went from 300 to 600 in the span of a year. Or, I'm sorry, 8 months. Nobody talks about it, period. Yet I know everything about it. And so when I look at this and you look at a CEO that's put in front of you and he's tailor-made to dance and do the trickery, do all this, you can't fault him. That's what he's there to do. So I understand people not realizing that it's this play, but it's the biggest manipulation I've ever seen on these fronts.
That's what he was hired to do,
Yeah.
right? AMC, look back a decade in AMC. They've never been profitable. Maybe once or twice they had a profitable year, but it was by, almost nothing. But he was put in AMC to extract money. That's it.
Hold on, somebody's texting me. Hold on. It's somebody wants to get pulled up. I didn't see him, so I don't even know who he is, but he's asking to come up. So let me see. I don't see him in the chat right now. There's a lot of other people. Yeah, some guy. I don't know. He's an AMC bull. So I see him now, but he can come through. I'm excited for anybody to come through. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I think it's great. Let's get more AMC Bulls to see if they can defend this nonsense, because it's just it hasn't crossed over into the line of criminality yet.
The reason that Adam Aaron tells his little story at his, F-list celebrity sightings at movies about on January this. First of all, he doesn't have the right float amount. He said the float was $100 million. It wasn't. It was about $400 million at that point. But anyway,
it was.
The reason he tells that story is because they didn't even expect this. It fell into their lap because of AMCX, right? So he tells the story about, it was this and it was great and it was a 1.25 billion traded on that day. It's because it took them all by surprise. He lucked into this, right? That's why it's taken him a while to get a little bit comfortable with the way he talks. He lucked into it. Now he's got to ride it out.
Yeah, well, so Travis is going to come in here right now, and I know who Travis is. He's been a huge supporter of AMC for a long time, and in this Twitter Spaces part, I have respect for his opinion. And I know you know who he is. I'll let him say his piece, but says he requested. I don't see his request though. So is he? I'm not muted on him. I mean, I don't block him, so I don't know how to bring him in. Add. I'm trying to add him. I don't see the request, though. I see John Bennett. If I can laugh one more time. Hey, John Bennett, come on up.
I mean, Travis is trying to come up.
Three.
Keep your hand on the button because he tends to attack me, and I'm just going to
Oh, it's okay, Amy. I got you, Amy. Don't worry. Where it's a fair space. Hey, John, say what you want.
Yeah, guys, I'm just thinking, even about the chat and all that. You all sound a bit salty that you picked a shop that sells second-hand games to kids as a reasonable investment. So you seem to be slating AMC. What's about to have a big, massive run-up next week. And it's just sour grapes at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Talking about the CEO.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but the fundamentals of GameStop, they sell second-hand computer games to kids.
Okay, but this isn't
I
about
think that's a good investment.
Nobody's talking about GameStop.
Oh, hi. Hello. I want to learn English because I want to go to United Kingdom.
Yeah, you sound like an idiot. Thanks for that one, though. I mean, you can't come up here and play the part, bro. Honestly. I want you to go ahead and be respectful, be truthful. We'll talk about it. But, I'm
not saying anything rude or anything disrespectful, have I? I'm just speaking facts.
Oh, I'm not talking to you, John Bennett. I'm talking about the guy who claims he doesn't speak English. I don't have time for his shit right now. But I'm looking for Travis. I don't see Travis anywhere on the request side. Maybe it's under here. I don't know. I don't know where it would be. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
okay, yeah, you speak great English, by the way. But thank you. You have a great day.
Well, and while you're looking for Travis, I'll just say, if you can, here you go, John. Here's a question for you. Why is it that Adam Aaron has not once purchased AMC stock since 2018, 2017?
Because he holds so much of the stock already. He holds a lot of it already.
That's not my question, sir.
He's a big shareholder. He's a whale.
My question is
shareholder in AMC.
Who
no,
is?
he's not. My question is why.
Adam Aaron. He owns a lot of AMC stock.
I'm still speaking, John. So my question is, why has he
What the hell?
stock in Norwegian Cruise Lines?
Yeah.
At least 5 times in the last year, and he has never once sold a share of Norwegian Cruise Line, which he did run at a point in his career. He is not
Because
sold one.
I'll answer that question now, Amy. Because as we all know, the cruise ship industry was, it got hit pretty hard in COVID. So it's a recovery play he's invested in. So it's due to rise significantly in the next 12 months, which is.
One share. Never sold one share. He has sold every
Hold on,
share.
Amy. Hold on, Amy. Hold on.
Because it hasn't peaked yet, has it? He's not
Hey,
ready
John.
to sell.
John Bennett, stop. I'm gonna help you here, okay? Adam Aaron sold shares in AMC because of estate planning, and if by what your logic, okay, you think the air or the cruise lines are going to go up in value, that's why you should never sell it. What does that tell you about AMC? Does he not believe AMC is going to go up in value then? Because he sold it. So
Yeah, but there's only he's a significant shareholder, so his position is enough in AMC. He doesn't feel like
what
he has
position
to,
is enough?
buy anymore.
What the hell are you talking
Not a
about?
significant shareholder. He has
200,000 shares?
Yeah, but he's
That's
not
a hell of a lot of money.
shareholder in AMC.
If those shares go to $1,000, it's a lot of money.
yeah, it is. I apologize, man. You're absolutely correct. If they got to 1,000, but they'd also have to get to about $30 before they get there. Okay, and then someone would start selling off. But I don't want to speak to you logically. This is why I have you here, bro. This is awesome.
The stock's going to go up this next week.
Yeah, because it's going to split.
So you know yourself, it's a good investment.
It's a good investment? No, not for me. I'll buy GameStop. I'm good.
But can you explain why GameStop's done nothing with the stock split?
The play is to go long. The play is to go long Ape and short AMC. That's the play.
Yep. If you buy a put on AMC this week,
Marantz,
you're going to kill it.
The play might actually be to buy AMC debt at this point, because if he's really going to dilute the shit out of AMC,
then he's going to pay off the debt. Yeah. Yeah. Phenomenal.
Debt's trading at like 40 cents on the dollar, right? So the real play is to invest in AMC debt.
The real play is AMC, not GME. This is the problem. What you can't get through to you. We can't get through to you, and you just all sour grapes at the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
Because GME done a stock split and done nothing. It went down like the Titanic ship. You know, it's done nothing.
Well,
If you're at the helm of a company, right? And you're saying, and you're telling your investors that you've got a turnaround plan and you've got this and that, right? And that you're going to pounce, but you're not. You're selling shares instead of buying shares. What kind of confidence is that supposed to instill in your shareholders? That's what doesn't make sense to me, and that's what Adam confuses me.
When was the last time Adam Aaron sold the shares in the company? It was a long time ago.
But he's
a long time ago.
He's sitting here saying he's got a turnaround plan and we're pouncing and this and that, right?
Because he said himself he wants to diversify his portfolio. He's not getting any younger. So that's why he's invested in the
You can look at his trades.
That,
they're public. You can look at his trades. They're public. His portfolio is very diversified.
Hey, did you know something, John? Did you know that he is still the on the board of directors for the Norwegian cruise ships? Did you know that?
Yeah, but what's that got to do with the price of milk?
Not once.
Hey, real quick.
Got anything to do with
Hey, John. John, I entertained you long enough, John. Okay, I love you, John. You know I always bring you up for good times and laugh. I'm going to remove you from the speaker for a minute because I'm going to give Travis, because Travis actually, I know he has a point on AMC and some logic. Travis, honestly, and not to attack anyone within the chat, I want to hear from you how you feel about equity units and what you feel is coming your way. Go for it.
I think we're going to squeeze.
Okay.
Both GameStop and AMC.
Okay. And what's your reasoning behind that? I'm just curious.
Okay, so you have Adam Aaron and you also have Ryan Cohen both issuing dividends. And when you issue these dividends, now the short sellers who actually have these short positions, they have to go and pay for those dividends.
Do they?
So,
No, they don't actually.
Yeah, they don't.
There's no cash value to the dividends. They don't have to pay.
yes, they do. If you're
There's no cash value, so what do I have to pay?
Oh no, but
There's
check
no
this.
cash value.
But hold up for me, Travis. And I hear you. Okay. Like I want you to. I want you to come correct on this. So it's a security for a reason. Okay. It's not a dividend as in the form of a dollar amount. Okay. It's a security. So if it's a security, guess what they don't have to deliver? Like I'm just letting you know the actual factuals, because it's a separate security. They can sit there and turn and say, yeah, you got it. It's like an IOU basically. And what's it going to cost them to do that?
an IOU.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I've been in GameStop back in 2020.
I know you have. I've seen you all around Twitter, young man. I'm giving you the platform. Go. You don't need to preach to me your credentials.
I used to work for the company myself, so
There
I
you
know.
go.
Let me tell you something. If GameStop and AMC, okay, and all these other short stocks dropped, okay, why did they drop? Why did all these stocks drop?
You want my theory?
Yeah, I want to.
Because they're negative. Because they have negative beta.
I want to hear Moran's theory. I want to see, why did GameStop drop from 300 all the way back to, 50, $100?
Well, we can always say it was short attack, right?
It was short attack.
Yeah.
And the FTD, right?
Nah, I'll take it a different way, because I have friends, I have investors that sold during January's tear down, I should say, and what they did was, and they never bought back in. They never went back, and that's okay that they didn't go back. The value or America's belief on the value of GameStop is that, where people think it's just a gaming company. People think it's worth just $40. People think it's worth just $50, whatever they read. So if they sold off, and that's what they did, many people did. There's what you call paper hands. There's not real investors, people that are not looking forward thinking and looking at it at that point. I'm saying fundamentally, factually, why could I not just be okay with people selling off the stock because they didn't believe in it? And that's why the value went down. I tell you that.
Stock was 150% short interest.
Sure.
With only a 7 million float.
Sure. At the time it was like 64 million, but yeah, I got you.
I've seen squeezes where the stock squeezes to thousands of dollars on a higher float. How can you only hit 300 and then the stock goes back to $50 to $60 on a 57 million share float?
What's your point?
And the FTDs are high.
What's your point?
The point I'm trying to tell you is that all these stocks are heavily shorted for a reason. Okay, you can't compare AMC to GME. It has nothing to do with fundamentals. It has everything to do with short sellers shorting these stocks down, thinking they're going to go bankrupt. And these folks are trading. Everybody here is trading for the speculation, not for the fundamentals. So when you're screaming dilution, nobody cares about dilution. Everybody's here to make money. Even Adam Aaron's there to make money from the short sellers. That's why he made the ability for it to happen. Even if it is, that's what he's trying to do. He's not trying to attack AMC shareholders. Ryan Cohen could do the same thing. They're going to make their money and pay off their debt with short sellers' money.
What debt?
They don't have debt.
What debt are you
They
talking
paid off
about?
their debt. That's what AMC didn't do.
GameStop doesn't have debt. You just said Ryan
theirs.
Cohen.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
With AMC in particular, okay, they could pay off the debt with short sellers' money just by watching the squeeze happening, and then then issue some shares and then pay off the company's debt with very little amount of short sellers' money.
How are they going to issue more shares?
Literally through through dilution. They could
Okay.
probably. There is a dilution.
So what happens when you dilute something? Hold on. Well, Travis, walk me down this road. I'm uninformed. What happens when you dilute something? Does it inherently lose value?
The price of the stock goes down.
Okay. So at what point and how much do you think you need for $5.1 billion?
You can listen. The stock can go to 10. This is my opinion. This is not financial advice.
I'm listening.
Not a prediction. Okay. This is
Oh,
just
trust
saying,
me. We're taking it as that. Go ahead. I'm listening.
the price goes to $10,000, $50,000. Let's just say.
Stop.
Right.
Stop. Hold on. I'm writing everything down. So, at the price goes to, you said 10,000.
Let's just say it goes to 10,000.
Okay. That would be.
From a short.
Yeah, that would
from a
be.
short.
Okay, I got you. 10,000.
People start selling off.
They start there. They didn't start at $70.
No, I'm not saying people kept holding till $10,000. Let's just say.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right.
And then institutions start shorting at like 50.
Yeah, I know. No. They're shorting now. They're shorting now.
Well,
But
sure they are. Yeah.
go ahead. I'm listening.
There's a bunch of naked synthetic shares out there. Let's just say. Right.
Oh man. I'm with you.
There's, okay.
Okay.
And then it keeps being brought up to all the way up to the synthetics push it all the way up to 10,000. All right. People start selling off, and then after that, the company decides, hey, we could just issue some shares. We don't have to issue that much because look how much the price is. Let's just issue a couple of shares, probably 1 million shares, or some of our preferred stock or whatever. Just issue some shares, and that's it. They make some money off of it and save the company debt.
Okay. Hold on. I'm doing your math for you real quick. Man, this is awesome.
Market cap of AMC be? What would the market cap be of AMC at $10,000?
It'd be like $5 trillion.
So the float. Let me say.
Yeah.
Of AMC, right, is only 500.
I asked the market cap. What would the market cap be at $10,000 a share?
All right, shut that lady up, please.
Hey, Travis, have some respect. Okay, I don't need it. It's not that lady up. You're talking. She asked a legitimate question, and I answered. You don't need to interject that way. Have some respect yourself.
She's talking over me. So
Doesn't matter.
Why she's talking over me.
Anybody could talk over anybody. You don't need to tell them to shut the hell up.
All right, I'm gonna talk over everybody here then, if that's the case.
You're doing a great job so far. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna. It's a double standard here.
Absolutely not. I have the mic open to you. I have not muted you once. Go.
Okay. So my thing is, all right, the float is only 516 million shares.
Only.
Okay. Only 516 million shares, right? If that's the case, there's billions of synthetic shares out there. All right. That's gonna probably push the thing even further, higher. Okay. So all those people who supposedly got in prior are most likely going to get out with a profit while there's still more synthetic shares out there. They're enough for everybody.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
same with GameStop.
Hey, Travis, it's not the same with GameStop.
What's gonna make the shorts stay in to buy these shares at $10,000 a share? Why wouldn't they just cover it at $25?
They can't cover at $25.
Why can't they cover at $25?
So they have to cover wherever we decide to sell our shares at.
Okay. Hold on, Travis. Hey, Travis.
But the shares trade at 125 million times. Why wouldn't they be able to just go on the open market where there's crazy liquidity?
I'm just asking. Stop for a second. I have a legitimate question for you, Travis. It goes up like 1 penny at a time. So from $22 to $10,000. I mean, who's buying and who's selling?
Not one shot.
No. I know not one shot. Who's buying and who's selling?
They cut the freaking they cover it. They'll just have to cover it.
But who's selling? If we're all going to hold on till the end,
if
you can't just go buy it.
No, their insurance has to cover that.
Their insurance?
Yes.
Yeah, but hold on. You can't buy something if it's not for sale. So for you to buy it up and the price go up, you'd have to buy it. You can't buy it if I don't have it for sale. So I'm trying to figure this out. Takes two to tango, brother. Hey, I'm gonna just tell you like this: you can't have a child without fucking. So if you didn't know this part, it takes two.
Exactly, and you're right. So when what happens with a hedge fund, right? When they get squeezed, all right, their shares get taken away from them, seized, all right, and their prime broker says, "Hey, guess what? We're gonna buy this on the open market," and the bank could go and buy it out from anybody like me. I can say I want to fucking sell my shares for $10,000, and now the prime broker has to fucking go and sell it to me for $10,000. To $10,000.
But why not sell it to Amy for $9,000?
If she has shares, the prime.
Why not sell it to Badass Trader for $7? No, I'm gonna get you out of this market, brother. I'm gonna sell off at 125. I'm gonna sell off like Trey at 50, at 60. Sell off like Matthew Kors at 50. Sell off like Adam Aaron at 40, 30, 20.
Well, I can tell you.
I don't get why you're AMC.
Here's what could happen. Here's what could happen, by the way, because this is what has already happened. Here's what could happen, Travis, because this is what's already happened. So when Mudrick was offsides on the $40 naked calls that he sold, he called Adam Aaron up and said, "Hey, I need 8 million shares, and I need them for $27 a share."
Yep.
Okay, so because he's not going to cover at $40 a share, he's not going to take that loss. So he bought 8 million shares. Stop, Travis, and let me finish. He bought 8 million shares for $27 a share, and then he dumped them on all of you, and you guys ate them all up. So this time, if the shorts are caught offside, what they'll do is they'll call up Adam Aaron and say, "Hey, I'm offsides on this position. I need to get out." So he'll say, "Okay, I'll give you 1,000,000,008 units that actually settle same day. So you can go ahead and convert those because they don't need your permission for them to convert. So you can go ahead and convert those shares, and then boom, you're out of your short position."
Hey, real quick though, before Travis goes out here and defends the freedom world, hey Travis, I want to see you double down, brother. I want to see you buy more because I'm excited for you.
I got way more. You have no idea.
But why wouldn't you sell at 70? I'm curious.
I'm an options trader. Okay.
Oh.
I'm a little stock trader. Okay. So, listen. At the end of the day, when it comes to this,
put it on the table, baby. I want to see the size of this one. Go ahead.
You go. Hey, when this thing squeezes, you'll see what happens. You'll see what happens.
Okay.
Travis, can you tell us how much you made on your 145 AMC calls?
Adam Aaron did this.
That was good. That was good.
The broker, if there's synthetic shares out there, the brokers are on the hook, right? When those synthetic shares, if there are synthetic shares out there, the brokers are on the hook because now the brokers have to go find collateral in T-bills, and the T-bills are currently, at astronomical prices right now with the yields.
Yeah, brother. Hey, don't forget, man, we landed on the moon. The Earth is flat, and water's wet. I appreciate you, Travis. I got to put you on back burner, brother.
You want me to finish?
No, I don't. Not right now. No, because you're just gonna say the same shit for 20 minutes. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta step him down, man. God, he has great points. It's gonna go to 10,000. That was a $5 trillion market cap. That was crazy. I've heard it all now. But you know how many ApeCoin would be out there? 5 billion instantly. But I know that that guy's been hanging out with Boss Blunts a little bit too much, but we're okay. I'm gonna have Tara in here. Tara's here. Tara, you've been good to me, and I will allow Tara to be in here. I'm not against her, even though no, Tara and I have a good history, believe it or not. Hold on, watch this. Tara, I'm gonna put you up here as a speaker. Hey, Tara, she left or she came back or she's coming. I don't know, one of the two. I don't mind Tara one bit, and I'll explain. Hey, Tara, I know you're here now. Hey, real quick, Tara, before you get going and say your piece, I want to say something to you. Tara, guys, just so you guys are fully aware, Tara and I, she found me off of a video like a year and a half ago, whatever it may be, and I give her the most respect. I'm not against her, okay? I think people think I am just because the way I talk about AMC. I am against what she's for. That's one thing. But her as a person, she gave me a spot a long time ago. So I appreciate you, Tara. I always will. And but that being said, you can't speak to me and tell me AMC is a good investment right about now because I'm looking at it. But I want to know your take. I want to hear what you got to say, and I'm going to give you the platform to do it. So how you doing, young lady, and welcome to the chat.
I'm good. I'm good. I think that I don't need to convince anybody. I'm not that, I'm convicted enough in the play myself that I don't need to go around and convince people, and I don't need to convince them not to invest in GME because I'm in AMC or anything like that either. But I guess that's my thing is like, no one actually knows what this ape, and it's not a token or a coin, it's a ticker. So no one knows what's actually going to happen because this has never been done before. There is no set precedent on, what happens when a company creates a ticker and does a one-to-one as a dividend to a stock. I mean, I wish we could say we knew. I wish we could all say like, oh, this is what happened with this company and this is what happened, but no one actually can. So the fact of the matter is if this thing, runs this week, like it did on Friday, it had a 30% recovery, a 10% recovery, and then was up 20%. If it continues on that trend and you're talking people out of investing, I just am curious if you feel any sort of way about that, any sort of guilt. I mean, at the same time, if you're talking people out of investing and the thing drops, then, kudos to you. But I guess what my worry is if it ends up, absolutely skyrocketing in ape as well.
Yeah.
Will you feel bad about running spaces like this rather than
sure.
just running GME spaces?
No, I totally know where you're coming from with that. First, I just want to say, you blocked me, and I can never ever reply to you every time you have a great space or anything. But thank you. But I won't do it to you.
I did that because of your comments on my tweets, and I can't babysit my comment section.
You're doing good, Tara.
Unblock you, just
don't worry, Tara. You're
I'll
here.
unblock you.
You're here, and I'm fair with it. Here's what I'm doing, and it's something that I talked to Amy about in detail yesterday, where we said we would break down Adam Aron's tweets. And I'd have nothing to say about what APE, the AMC preferred equity unit, is if he weren't tweeting so much. But the tweets tell a story that the AMC investors are not seeing, like they're not hearing. So even by being in the Spaces call, I'm inviting everyone up. I have not stopped one person from coming up here and speaking. They clearly do not understand what's going to happen. When you say we don't know what's going to happen, well, you do know what's going to happen as far as how it's going to play out in the day, in the interim right now. What Adam Aron chooses to do with his preferred shares, 10 million preferred shares that he's requested already, that they've been approved. Additionally, how he plans to raise equity, as he puts it. It's hard to raise equity, and I would wonder how you feel about that, Tara. You bring APE unit out here. How can you raise equity if you don't own any? And I say that to the AMC insiders and the company itself. They don't own shares. Retail does. So unless you plan on taking more liquidity out of that stock price and out of the pockets of retail, I don't see how it's beneficial for shareholders short term, i.e. people here for a short squeeze. I see how it's beneficial for long-term holders like yourself, where you're convinced or convicted and you follow Adam Aron with this. But me, I'm just shedding light on the SEC filings and the information out there. This is a safe space.
Can I just say, Ryan Cohen has the ability of diluting GME by 1 billion shares at any given time, but hasn't done so?
Yeah, we're well aware of that.
Okay.
But I think it's two different animals.
It's kind of the same difference, so I guess it just depends on the scenario, right? Because, like I said, we don't know what's going to happen with APE.
Tara.
If APE absolutely goes parabolic, I don't think he'll need to dilute.
Okay,
I don't
Tara.
think that'll be necessary.
Hold on.
So
Tara,
I guess
there's two totally different animals
If
there.
ape goes parabolic, he absolutely will dilute.
No, but that's fine. No, Amy, stop. I don't want to assume something. I want to tell you this, Tara. You can't paint a broad stroke.
How would he make money off of ape?
Yeah, you
How would
can't.
he make money off of ape if he doesn't?
No, I go.
How would he make money off of ape if he doesn't do an offering at a higher share price?
No, but I got a different question. No, Amy, I hear your question. Don't worry about that. Tara said something that triggers my brain is GameStop doesn't owe any debt. So diluting anything or raising capital doesn't make sense. In this case, AMC has $500+ million due next year, cash. On your
that's
senior
the
notes.
point, is to get rid of the debt. And so if he's
Yeah.
going to make these moves to get rid of the debt,
Yeah.
in the long term, institutions will be way more bullish on AMC. So, I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as the CEO of a company. Whether you agree or disagree doesn't really matter. The shareholders, if they don't like it, they don't have to hold.
Have you
If
told
they
your
agree
followers
with
that,
it,
that
they
this
can
takes the
hold.
short squeeze off the table? Have you told your followers?
How does
No, because I don't know that it will, so I can't say that.
You don't think
and
so?
then it's squeezed. So if I say that, if I tweet out to 87,000 people and say,
Yep.
you guys, here it is, this, it's done, whatever, then if it squeezes next week and
Yep.
goes insane, I have a responsibility to not just myself, but to others. And the fact is no one here, not any single one of you, I don't care how much experience you have, has ever seen this done before, because it's never been done before. So you cannot sit here and tell me what will happen and what will not
Tara.
happen, because you don't know.
Tara,
and
this
neither
was
do
done
I.
with MMAT and Torch.
No, it
Don't say it's
wasn't.
never been done.
It's
never been done before.
It's been done
No,
before.
those were crypto. You guys, please do some research, please.
How does he pay off debt with Ape?
Yes. I would love to know that.
That's an important question that I think you need to kind of address kind of squarely, Tara. How do you,
He can do what he did with AMC. So, I mean,
Sell it?
he's effectively been able to do the same with AMC.
Offerings, which is dilution, which you just said won't be happening.
When did
We
he
won't need
dilute
to do that.
AMC? Amy, I know you know so much about AMC as ticker you're not invested in. When did he dilute AMC?
Every time he did an offering, when he took
Hold
the
on.
float.
Hold on. Stop, Amy.
Tell me
Amy.
the
Amy,
month.
hold on. Hold on.
Tell me the
Tara.
month.
October, November, December of 2020. Went from a float of 100 million to 500 million. Don't tell
Exactly.
me. Adam Aaron has sold off 400
went from
million.
2 to 20 in January, then
Oh
the
my
buy button
goodness.
was removed, and then the stock went to 72 in June. So please tell me how that had an adverse effect on the stock, please.
What's your
I'm
stock
welcome
worth
and
now,
open to
No,
it.
no.
What's
What's
stock
your...
worth now,
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on.
It's up 30% since Friday, so I'm pretty stoked about that, Amy. Your followers could have made a decent amount of money if they would have not
Sold
listened to you,
or bought?
bought the stock and sold on Friday. They would have been up 30%.
Oh.
But unfortunately, you guys have no.
You're a day
you guys
trader.
do not have any
Hey.
feeling of guilt for telling your own followers.
Oh, man. What the hell just happened? Oh, no. No! No! No way it dropped. It dropped the space, guys. I didn't do it. You guys are here. Okay. I'm back.
And that's it.
Sorry. Woo.
I cannot physically tell people what to do, Amy.
All of your tweets saying,
Okay.
"Oh, I bet you're sorry you sold at 20. I bet you're sorry you sold at 10. I bet you're sorry you sold at 30." That's
When
not
we ran to
telling people what
72.
to do.
Hey, hold on, guys.
They were sorry. They listened to people like you in spaces.
Hold
like
on.
You're responsible.
This was not an attack. Hold on, guys. Just keep it down for a second, okay? Everybody. Tara, listen, I know you got a lot on your chest. And I'm not talking about the implants. I'm talking about AMC.
They're 100% natural, honey.
Oh, God, nobody
gifted me
cares.
with these bad boys.
Yeah, I know. That's your claim to fame, and it's awesome. But when it comes to this
Sweet,
investment,
thanks. Appreciate
you
the shout-out.
you have 80,000 followers, okay, Amy? And it is your responsibility to go ahead and say the truth. And the truth is this: you own no ape.
It's not my responsibility to
Oh, no?
have you tell my followers what the truth is. That's
Oh,
exactly
you're right.
what you're trying to do.
You're right. No, I'm not trying to tell your followers anything. Your followers are
You
yours.
just said you need to tell your followers the truth.
You don't feel you own them
Okay.
responsibility? The same responsibility to tell them to sell or to buy. Oh, I'm
You are
not.
no one's messiah.
Yeah.
You've never seen this done before, and that was my point of coming up here. Not to sit and argue and get talked over by
You're doing
Amy,
a good job, though.
but to say that just as much as it's my responsibility to my followers to be 100% honest, it's yours as well. And when you're telling people what's not going to happen and it turns around and happens and goes insane and it's an unstoppable situation, you're going to feel like a complete fucking asshole
Yeah.
for talking people out of this.
Tara, I have
Whether
not talked
they
anybody
take
out of it.
whether they day traded it on Friday or not, because what I'm saying is what you're doing is exactly what you guys did last June, right before this thing took off to 72.
Yeah,
and if you can't see the history there, that's, whatever, but I was here. I was here for it.
So was I.
So I'm here again, and I'm excited as hell, and I'm bullish as hell, and if it doesn't pan out, that sucks, and I'll admit, well, I guess, better luck next time. And if it does...
You didn't close your position at 72, and you didn't close it at 50, you didn't close it at 40.
I don't have to, honey. I don't have to. It's my money. That's the beauty of the stock market.
Hold on.
Did you close your GameStop position at 500?
Hold on. Stop.
It's at 30.
Tara.
It's at 30.
Tara.
Come on, bro.
It's at 40.
Be
Do your
honest.
homework. It's at 40.
You're yelling at me to be honest. Why can't you be honest? Marantz, really,
Yes, ma'am.
the truth is, I've never seen you run a GameStop space.
Every
and
week.
I'm really curious.
Every week.
I am genuinely curious. If you ran a GameStop space, how many people would show up?
We had 1,000 people show up. We just did it a week ago. We do it every week.
When?
What do you mean? You're not paying attention to me. That's fine. You have me blocked. How would you know?
I'm gonna go look. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go look.
It's
Because
called-
I want
there's-
to see where there were 1,000 people in a GameStop space.
There's a Dizzy and
So I
Marantz
actually wanna
Twitter
look into
Spaces
it and
call.
figure.
It's okay. I'll defend myself gladly. I have no problem doing that. You're completely
that's not
clueless.
my thing. It's just
Um,
I haven't seen you do it, so it seems odd to me.
How can you see me do it if I'm blocked? How can you see me do it if I'm
That's
blocked?
true. So I'm gonna go check.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go check because I
Do your
unblocked
best.
you.
Do your
I don't want to hurt your feelings at all.
Do your best. Tara, you couldn't hurt me if you wanted to, hon. You couldn't.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, I don't know what to say either. I don't have $10 a month to donate to your OnlyFans, but I will tell you this: when it comes to AMC, you have a huge reach, and if you're not willing to speak the truth to your people, well, fuck it. It's on you. It's not on me. What do I care?
Okay, so she asked me a question about
really quick, Marantz, before I have to drop out of here. Okay, you can talk as soon as I'm out of here because I'm done with this space. But what I'm gonna tell you.
Hey,
guys-
first off, I'm gonna do something for you. Hey, Tara, respect Amy. She's speaking. I don't care if you have to
You
go
asked
on your
me a
timeline.
question.
She's speaking.
I don't. I have to go, and I'm gonna
Then
tell you
fucking
guys, when I
leave.
spoke at
You asked me
The
a question.
fuck out of
I'm
here.
gonna
What the
answer it.
fuck is this?
You asked me a question, how it affected it, okay? How the dilution affected AMC. Was that AMC ran up 3,500%. 3,500%, okay? It is currently down 32.82% on the year.
Oh, I know.
That's
Trust me.
how
I have
the dilution
nothing.
affected AMC. No, she asked me the question, so I'm
Yeah, I
going to
know.
answer it. That's how the dilution affected AMC.
Yeah, I need to bring up somebody to speak right now. A young lady's been very nice about it. And you know what's the crazy part, guys? Here, listen. Tara and I, obviously, we have a history. And it's not something that I shy away from. She blocked me a long time ago because I speak the truth. The truth is she grifted on her own community for her own personal wealth. It has nothing to do with anything. These guys, they've asked all these guys to join the space, and they won't let me. It's so embarrassing. I don't even know who these people are that are saying that they've asked. I'm not getting requests. If I get the request, I bring you up. I'm not afraid of anyone. And so Nina, somebody wants to talk. I apologize if you're not here. If she is here, if she's listening, come on up. Or is that Tara Bull herself? I don't even know who these people are. I don't know AMC people.
The part about Tara is she told someone I know personally that she's actually never been to an AMC and that she prefers cinema. So
Okay, well that's cool. I mean, I'm down to speak with anybody.
There's your conviction.
Yeah, I'm down to speak with anybody. I let them talk, but to be honest with you guys, if people have a certain way of feeling about me, that's on them, man. They have not been here every day. Like to tell me no one's in. You know what our Spaces calls was, Amy? We had one, and it just happened to go live at the same time GameStop announced the split. Yeah, had 1,000 people in there. It's not an exaggeration. It really happened. The next information that we do NFT creator interviews. So if you're on the GameStop NFT marketplace, we do interviews via Twitter Spaces calls. And tons of people come, and we give away free NFTs. It's a great time. The whole show is a great time. But anyone out here who wants to give out misinformation, it's not even misinformation. Tara is not willing to stand on her own 2 feet and say what she feels it is because she's afraid of her 87,000 followers, the responsibility of it. I'm not that way. I'm not afraid of anybody. I literally tell you how I feel about it. I'll come out with it and I'll own it. That's who the fuck I am. It's cut a different way. If you want that cookie cutter shit, that, oh, we're going to all get along shit, go watch Matt Kors, go watch Trade Trades, go watch somebody else. But those guys will lie to you straight to your face because it's in their personal agenda to make money off of this. via Twitter, via YouTube, via any website. I have 0 affiliates, guys. 0 affiliate links. I allow no super chats. There is nothing out here for you to pay me for my time, and yet I'm here 5 days a week, 7 hours a day. I'm in Twitter Spaces call all goddamn day, giving away free shit across the board, doing countless interviews. I do everything I can for this movement, all the homework I can, for free. You know why, Tara? You know why? Anyone else who wants to doubt it? Because I care about people. That's why. And I give you that info for free. I don't charge it to you. I don't charge you a Discord fee to say, hey, this is what it is, guys. I want you guys to come get these free stock tips. No, I just give you an SEC filing and you decide what you want to do with it. But the truth is there. It's a fucking Sunday right now. It's my day off. And I agreed to be, you know what, Amy, let's get in, let's crank this shit out. But I'm not afraid of anybody. And I'll give you a platform even if you've banned me before or if you've been against me before, because I want to hear what you have to say about Ape. I want it on the record right now. This will be posted for infinity days right here on YouTube. How people are not willing to stand up and say, this is crazy. This is dilution upon the stock, the company, the equity, your investment. And you're going to pay for AMC's debt, not AMC. AMC is not paying for their debt, not based off the merit of their work, the insiders themselves, Adam Aaron himself. No one's buying shares. How can you buy back something when you have no cash? It's so easy for people not to understand basic plus and minus on a profit and loss sheet. I mean, P&L is everything, guys. P&L is everything. And if you don't know what I mean by that, go do your homework on an earnings report. Go look at it, break it down line by line, and you will see. AMC's been buried since 2017, 2018, not 2022 because of the pandemic. It doesn't work that way. But you all have the floor. If you want to speak, put your hand up and you come on up. I have no problem with it. But if you think I'm going to sit back and let people get crazy with me, absolutely. Shoot yourself in the foot.
What I was trying to interrupt her, and I wasn't trying to interrupt her because she was going on a filibuster there, but the reason I find what she says so galling is she's always admonishing us for saying, well, if people had listened to you, they would have missed the run to 72. And I'm like, Tara, you spent the last 13 months telling people that there's an even bigger run on the way and that you should hold for an even bigger number than 72. So nobody who listened to Tara has realized any gains. In fact, everybody who listened to her is deep, deep, deep underwater. So it's pretty galling for her to come in here and say that we have some sort of malfeasance going on because we're telling people to be cautious about a stock that has negative shareholder equity. So it's pretty galling.
Tara's legitimately telling a space right now that they can come after us if they don't make money on this AMC run up.
The run up will make them money, obviously, and it's not even about that.
Lady. Oh boy, it's just galling.
Hey, you guys know how my DMs are open, right? Hey, you guys have no idea. I love it. I love it. These guys are attacking me. The best DM I've had of the day was coming from Badass Trader. Is he still here? Badass Trader? He was here. He's in the UK. He's a moderator on Super Stunk. He's my guy. And he texts me and he goes, how dare you say he goes, I never owned AMC. He said, fuck you. Oh, sorry, brother. So, yeah, I don't know why Travis is DMing me saying I'm scared. Travis, obviously not scared. I pulled you up. Hermes' mama, I pulled her up like 3 times. And let me try to get her again because she did put her hand up. And I'm trying to get her up here. So there you go. So Tequila M68, I pulled you up. If you unmute yourself, you can talk. But until then, GameStop, what's going on, Games? What's going on, man?
Hey, Marantz, great discussion. First of all, I just want to say that, you're giving a great platform for even, people holding AMC to speak out there. I just want to make it clear that a couple of days ago, I went on to Terrible. I know Swing Trader from Mars was there and a couple other people for AMC. I just asked one simple question. I'm like, well, how do you guys feel about Adam Aaron going to be diluting, these shares? And, they instantly kicked me out. They're not trying to, justify why or even answer questions. So at least, you're giving them a space and, they can't even, I guess, learn from you. You're just straight up spitting facts and I love this space.
Thank you. I hope you guys are having fun with the space. I will tell you this for Tara. This is my second or third official space that I've held by myself, right? Like where I started, whatever I was going to do. Even though Amy, yes, she did agree to team up. But, I mean, I do it with Dizzy all the time. But this is one where I said, okay, I'm going to go host and go and do my thing. She's absolutely correct. Only because I hold a spaces call every goddamn day on YouTube for GameStop. How dare she accuse me of something that I don't do? But I just don't run them simultaneously. But I'm on YouTube every damn day for the last year and a half, more than her. I'm more active than her, and she invited me over because she needed someone to do motivational speaking on her spaces. That's why she had me there. Believe it or not, guys, she come in. I even have the DMs. If I ever show you guys, I keep it to myself though. I have some decency. But I hope you guys like the space so far. I know I've been here for 3 hours, and I got to get going real soon. My wife's she walked by me one time, rolled her eyes at me, and I just hope you guys like it. I'm recording this space, so it's going to be there forever. Additionally, it's going to be on YouTube forever. It will be. But I have plenty of people in here who want to speak real quick, so I'm going to pull you guys up. Hi, Ryder. What's going on, brother? You got anything you want to say?
No, I just had to get that off my chest. I hate that lady, man.
Don't worry, Hi Ryder.
She's running her lips too much.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Hi Ryder, for the sponsorship this week with those Yo Boy Nancy NFTs. We did give them away. We had winners. I'll be announcing those via Twitter. The next winner we had was another guy. So a lot of NFTs to give away. If you guys do not know, the show tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm so sorry, 9 a.m. I'll be live on YouTube, and we'll be giving away about a $700 free NFT. It is I forget which one it is, but it's the Moon Boy by somebody. Was gifted from the creator themselves. I have more creator giveaways all week and a special interview tomorrow morning, bright and early. People are requesting to speak as the DMs I'm getting. I just didn't know, and they keep trying to get me up there, but it's just not popping up on my screen like the other ones do. Phone's been having issues, guys, so I apologize. Next speaker will be, I believe, did we bring up, I said they could come up, and then they stepped down. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Well, it doesn't matter. If that's the case, I'll end the space. Amy, you got anything you want to say? I don't know if Amy's there still. Maybe she's dealing with the kids. I have both and hate you. Oh, yeah. Kyoto, who's out there, oh, hell yeah! Oh, I love it. I love it. Joey just sent me a DM of my new some artwork. If you guys don't know who Joey, he's the one who makes my thumbnails. Joey's awesome. And here you go. Look what Joey just sent me. I don't mind showing you guys. Right here, that's the new one. I think you guys like it. I know I like it. It'll load right now completely. Yeah, that's cool. Cool as shit. Good job, Joey. Joey's an artist, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Plenty of DMs. But if anyone else wants to speak, you can come on up right now before I end the space. I just want to thank Amy for coming up with me today. I really appreciate that, Amy, for everything. I don't know if Amy's still here. I see Wooch is here, though. Guys, Wooch is in the chat. Wooch has got the tracks.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
There you go, Amy. I was giving you time to do a sign-off. Hey, you said I have a sign-off. You don't have one. We got to make you one. But I've been doing it for a while, though, right? So I have my whole intro. Welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I got that, but the outros, that's where the money's at, babe. Oh, they love this. I have so many people sending me messages right now. That's good. I'll leave it alone, though. No, but hey, I really want to just say thank you for coming out. That's it. Appreciate you. I don't know if she's still there. I just don't know. I can't hear anybody. Maybe I'm just talking to myself. Am I mute right now? No?
No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, brother. I appreciate you guys. Hey, shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody in YouTube. I apologize for ignoring half of you guys in YouTube. I know you guys have been hey, the YouTube crowd has been typing religiously nonstop. So these guys are awesome. I appreciate them. They know who they are. All the 786 people came through on YouTube, and then another, I don't know, a couple hundred here. So I really appreciate everybody, guys. Hopefully you guys got the info you needed. If you don't, watch it back again. I will be live tomorrow morning. I really appreciate you guys so much. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace. Sorry, guys, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm with you. I owe you guys so much. I just want to say thank you so much for everything here on YouTube, guys. Unfortunately, a lot of people couldn't connect. I'm getting the DMs right now. They weren't, and it wasn't that I was trying to like shun anyone or not talk to them. Obviously, I'm not afraid of anyone. I think we proved that time and time again. But I just want to say thank you to everybody. I know Kyoto went to bed. But for everyone else, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys really enjoyed your Sunday afternoon, and I hope that you got a lot of good information out of it. And then the realization that people just don't do due diligence and homework. And I hope they do, though. But appreciate you guys, everybody. You know what it is. We'll be live tomorrow morning. I'll be ready. GameStop. You know what it is. Peace. Bro, what a crazy day. I loved it. Yeah, thanks, guys.